I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. Soul been torn, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and norm when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one chief Rocket Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. I'm sorry about the delay, everybody. I had a bunch of stuff queued up, and then when I got it, I found out it was wrong, so I had to scramble. Like right before the scenes. I had to scramble to make sure that I got everything right, man. So yeah, man. Welcome, party people in the place to be. Y'all already know what it is. It's the premier Knicks show. You know what I'm saying? With your main man, Uncle Freezie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Big Cap, hey, I feel you, man. It was a tech issue this time. I didn't fall asleep this time. It was a real technical issue, man. So I got some stuff. What I had was some slides prepared. I have them down here. I have them down here. Let me see. So I have some slides prepared, man, that I want to show everybody. And so I'm going to have them be a point of conversation today. And they loaded wrong, and then some info on some of them were wrong. So I had to go back and correct it, and that's the reason why I'm running a little bit behind time. But I'm here, dedicated to the cause, my people. So happy birthday to Beast. Happy birthday to Beast. Happy birthday to my guy Julius Randle. I'm probably like his number 2 favorite or number 2 fan. I'm sure it's somebody out there that love him more than I do, but that's my guy. Salute to Randall. Happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the chat. Andrew Collegier is in the building. Travel Vibes was good. I see you. Big Kappa was happening. Sherwin was good. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Trini is in the building. Okay. I see you. C-Mac in the building. Corey Lee is in the building. Okay. Man, I see y'all. Yeah, man. Salute, everybody. So, is it trade season or not for the Knicks? Is it? Is it trade season or not for the Knicks? I want to ask you guys that, and just want to get a sense of how you guys feel. T. Williams is in the building. What's happening? I want to get a sense of how y'all feel. Right? I want to get a sense of how y'all feel. Y'all let me know. Should the Knicks be active in trade conversations? Should the Knicks be active in trade conversations? Or should the Knicks be in straight up talent acquisition mode? Tell me what you think. Building Blocks is in the building. The Soul Brother is in the building. Building Blocks. There is always room to improve the roster. Bim. Yeah. And T. Williams says, of course, we need a 6'9" wing. And my question to you is, what type of 6'9" wing? Oh, snap. It's Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday and we don't have a game. Hold on for another. It's Wednesday and we don't have a game. We got to get Knicks freestyle on the air. I got to hit up. I got to hit up Knicks freestyle, man. Make sure it's Wednesday. They know it's Wednesday and we don't have a game. Sherwin is in the building. Sherwin says, I could bring myself to do say salute. I can remember my company commander made the company salute a swab for 20 minutes in boot camp for not cleaning the floor properly. Right. Yeah. I remember the times, man. Yeah. I got to hit up Knicks freestyle, man, and let them know it's a Miss Smoke, I got it. Okay. I got to hit up the fellas, man. Let me see. Let me hit up my guy. Okay. Keith. Ghetto. It's Wednesday. No game. Okay. There we go. All right. So what type of wing are you looking for? Are you looking for a starting wing player? That means you're going to have to make some adjustments. That means you're going to have to send Randall to the bench or RJ to the bench or Grimes to the bench. I don't want to get into an argument either way. I don't want to, because this is not my topic. You guys brought it up. Get a 6'9" wing. Is he a starter? Is he a bench player? Is he a starter? Is he a bench player? Is he expensive? Is he cheap? Is he young? Is he old? Is he a shooter? Is he a defender? Is he an energy guy? You got to be specific, because if you say all, then you already know the vibe. If you say all, that means he's going to be expensive to acquire and expensive to pay. So be specific, Knicks fan. Do you want a jumbo wing? Do you want another Kyle Kuzma, Julius Randle type? Or do you want a finesse wing, a Brandon Ingram type? Do you want a Jared Vanderbilt type? An all-out defender that defends 2 through 5? Is that what you want? You got to be specific, chat. Come on, let's have the smart conversation. Let's not just have the do-it-all. Yo, just go get a 6'9" wing. Nah, let's not do that one. Be specific about the type of wing that you want so that we can have a legit conversation. King Imbert is in the building. The son of the legend says, I wouldn't be mad if we hit Kenny Lofton Jr. if we get Kenny Lofton Jr. on the he won't be able to play. We won't be able to play him. We won't be able to play him, man. I like Kenny Lofton Jr. I'm not going to lie to you, but he won't be able to play hit. Where's he going to play at? Because he can't play center. Tibbs will send him to the G League because he's not a defender down low. Our centers generally are in for rim protection, rebounding, and shot blocking. Generally. And Kerry Cox read my mind. I was just about to tell you he's not gonna play the 4, bro. Not for our systems. Our systems, we require switchable, mobile switchable guys that can switch on the perimeter. It's one of the reasons why even Obi's not here. I tell you a guy, I'm going to say the name of a guy, right? I'm going to say the name of a player that is the do-it-all guy that's a perfect fit for what y'all are looking to do. A do-it-all guy. And when I say do-it-all, I mean legit, he's going to come here and do all the things that y'all want y'all 6'9" wing player to do. Still be young, still cheap, and would be a Tom Thibodeau player. Sherwin says, I don't want a 3-and-D wing. No to the OG type. I'm going to tell you the perfect player that fits what we look to do and would be a perfect puzzle piece. Try saying that 10 times fast. A perfect puzzle piece. 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 Try saying that 10 times fast. I think the perfect puzzle piece for what we're looking to do is Denny Avdija. A perfect puzzle piece is Denny Avdija. For what y'all want now, for what y'all want, because you still want RJ to start. Y'all still in love with Quentin Grimes. Y'all still love Quentin Grimes. You want Quentin Grimes to develop, right? Give him time, Uncle Freezie. He only been out of high school 6 years, Uncle Freezie. And then when I bring up Julius Randle, yelling, he been in the league for 10 years. Denny Avdija, the perfect puzzle piece. He can start or come off the bench, whatever. Start or come off the bench for us. And I think he's 6'9". He's averaging 12 points a game right now. Shooting 52% from the floor, 40% from three, 80% from the free throw line. ESPN has him listed as 6'9", 210. He won't turn 23 until January 3rd. He's younger than RJ Barrett and Quentin Grimes. T. Williams says Alperen Sengun is even better than Denny, but Houston's not going to trade a cornerstone piece to the Knicks. That's not happening. Right? That ain't happening. Just they're not trading a cornerstone piece. No. And then Alperen Sengun gets here, and who's going to be the starter, him or Mitch? You got to start Sengun over Mitchell Robinson. No disrespect to Mitch, because Mitchell Robinson's defensive potential is gonna take the next step. But Sengun is on the path to maybe being Jokic. And I said on the path. I didn't say he was gonna be that. I said he's on the path. And if you're Houston, do you trade a guy that could wind up being Jokic to the Knicks for a first-round pick? Nah, man. And I ain't tripping on it. I'm not tripping on it. I'm I'm not tripping, and I don't want to sound disrespectful. I'm just saying that, nah, man, we might want to keep things in perspective a little bit. The thing is, certain teams are not going to tinker with their roster. Certain teams are not going to tinker with their roster. Indiana is not going to tinker with their roster, right? Because they don't know how good they could be yet. The Houston Rockets are not going to tinker with their roster because they don't know how good they could be yet, right? The Orlando Magic, they ain't tinkering. Orlando's not tinkering with their roster. They don't know how good they could be. Oklahoma City, they not tinkering with their roster, man. they're not going to tinker with their roster because they don't know the full potential of their scheme, of the players and the coaching staff. They're not tinkering yet. Why would they? Now, there are a few teams out here. There are a few teams out here that will tinker, and they'll tinker because they know who they are and they know who they want to be. And so they'll make the moves. They'll make the moves on make some moves because they know what direction they want to go, but they know right now their potential is limited because of what they have. One of those teams is the Washington Wizards. One of those teams is the Washington Wizards. I can almost guarantee you can get Jordan Poole or Kyle Kuzma for a rich draft pick package. Now, what fool would do that? I don't know. What fool GM would take on an almost 30-year-old Kyle Kuzma on a big contract? To me, Kyle Kuzma and Jerian Grant are in the same boat. Kyle Kuzma and Jerian Grant are in that boat. They're in that I want to be Julius Randle type boat. Both of them, right? Jerian Grant is the best player on a super young team, and that team is trash. Kyle Kuzma is the best player on a super young team, and that team is trash. And that was Julius Randle in year 2020, in the year 2021. And if you're the Knicks, do you give Washington 3 first-round picks for Kyle Kuzma? Hell no. If you're the Knicks, do you give Portland 3 first-round picks for Jerian Grant? Hell no. Relax. We're winning without Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma has his own team, and it's trash. Why would we want that? Why would we bring that here? Why would we go get Jerian Grant and all that money? Jerian Grant makes what Zach LaVine makes. Jerian Grant makes more than Donovan Mitchell. So if you're the Knicks, why would you go down this road? Sounds nice. Hey, Kyle Kuzma would come here, or either one, Jerian Grant, Kyle Kuzma, whichever. It don't matter. It don't matter, right? Say Jerian Grant. Jerian Grant will come. He'll come here and play the good soldier. He'll come off the bench at first for Grimes, and then eventually you could slide RJ to the 2 and he'll start. These cats ain't the only Knicks. We got to get out of Imagination Station. That's where we are. For anybody thinking like, yo, we could trade for Jerian Grant and he'll come off the bench for like 5 or 6 games, and then eventually we'll slide RJ to the 2. No, that's weird. No, that's Imagination Station. That's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. Right? So I get the Knicks fans. Yo, Jerry Fitz is in the building. JJ is in the building. Antisocial, holding us down on social media. Appreciate you. Yeah, man, some things are not happening. We got to get out of Imagination Station. I ain't fussing. I'm not fussing. I just want to keep it a stack with us. Like when we have these conversations, I just want to keep these conversations in a place. Okay, so Jerian Grant doesn't make that. Jerian Grant makes 27,586,207. That's a lot of money, man, for Jerian Grant. But what's he gonna make next year? That's what I'm concerned with. Okay, so he's not on a terrible kind of. Jerian Grant is not making bad money. In 3 years, he'll make 32. So yeah, so he's not making bad money at all. Jerian Grant is not making. He's not. His contract sounded bad, but then when you look at the breakdown of the dollar amount per year, the AAV, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. But that's still though, if you give up Fournier, Hartenstein, 3 first-round picks, is that going to come off the bench? Because if it comes off the bench, now you have Josh Hart in a reduced role. And you paid Josh Hart all that money. I'm not going to lie to you. If I'm Leon Rose, I think the answer is Denny Avdija, because he'll be the cheapest to acquire, and if he doesn't work out, you really hadn't lost anything. Jet Life for Life says, man, just go get Spider and get it over with. I wish. Just go get Spider and get it over with. So I saw a trade. I saw a 3-way trade, right? Where 3 teams or 2 teams. Oh, Woodshed is in the building, man. I was just going to call you back. I was going to call you, bro. And something happened. I think a dog started barking or something went, and I forgot. Wood, my bad. So I saw a trade somewhere, right, where the Knicks and the Chicago Bulls would engage in trade talks, and the third team would be the Cleveland Cavaliers. So so here is how the trade works, right? Here is how and no team gives up draft picks, by the way. No team gives up draft picks, right? So here's the trade. Chicago trades. Now here goes. It's gonna make you laugh. Y'all relax. Relax, everybody. It's gonna make you laugh. Chicago trades Zach LaVine to Cleveland. Cleveland sends Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks. And the Knicks send Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, and Emmanuel Quickley to Chicago. Tell me what you think. I'm not for it or against it right at this moment. Y'all know I love RJ, right? But in this moment, I'm just trying to process what I'm hearing, right? So here's the trade. Chicago sends Zach LaVine to Cleveland. Cleveland sends Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks. And the Knicks send Fournier, RJ Barrett, and Quickly to Chicago. Right? No draft picks are exchanged. The Knicks don't give up any draft picks. Y'all know I love Quickly and RJ. Y'all know I love Quickly and RJ. I love them equal. No, I love RJ the most. Y'all know RJ Barrett is my favorite player. Right? And I love Quickly and Randall about the same. I love Quickly and Randall about the same. And when I say that, it doesn't mean I hate anybody else. It just means I just love those three. Right? I just love those three. So it's no shade at current Knicks players. Right? It's just I love those three better. Like it's no shade at Grimes or Mitch, who I love. There's no shade at Deuce McBride or Jericho Sims or the Nova Boys. It's not that. And Woodshed says, facts, backcourt, a guarantee 50, 60 points and 10 assists per night. I'm doing it. That's what Woodshed says. Of starting backcourt every night of Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. And you got the Nova Boys filling in the gaps. You got DiVincenzo and Hart filling in the gaps. It's something to consider. I see a lot of people in the chat saying no. Hell no, Uncle Freezie. And AC says, I'd rather give up the picks than RJ. Yeah, I don't want to give up RJ. I don't want to give up Quickly either. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I feel about RJ. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know that. People that know me from Twitter, y'all already know that. Y'all already know how I feel about RJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to go over it a million times. But, man, can you Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell? I mean, bro, Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell all night long just bam, 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 bam. And every time they miss, Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson getting a rebound, we're going to average about 25 rebounds a night between Randle and oh, my God. We're going to average 25 rebounds a night between Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle. And then, if you remember how Donovan Mitchell got Rudy Gobert all them lobs, oh my God. T. Williams says no defense. No, that's not true. That's not true. We gotta relax. We gotta relax on narrative creation. We gotta come with facts. We gotta come with facts because Jalen Brunson played in a backcourt with Luka Doncic. They played in the backcourt with Luka Doncic, and they were top 5 defensively. Right now with Jalen Brunson, the Knicks have the number 2 defense in the NBA. No one player is going to come and make a team be 30th in defense. No. We got to relax. We got to relax on that just a little bit. Even right now, the Knicks have the number 2 defense with Jalen Brunson starting in the backcourt. Oh, you know what? Right now, the Knicks have the number 1 defense. It's back and forth. So we played Charlotte the other night, and you know, yeah. Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. Oi. David L says Spider would hold Jip. No, that's another David L. Relax, bro. Did Luka hold Jalen Brunson back? I think Luka Doncic is a better player, right? All Luka did was all Jalen Brunson did with Luka is get better and better every season. We got to relax. We don't know that. You don't know that Jalen Brunson playing with a equally talented or better player is going to make Jalen Brunson a worse player. We could have said Julius Randle. RJ Barrett would have held Jalen Brunson back. Nah, that's not how things work. It's not my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. The NBA don't work. Yo, those are narratives that fans make up. Like the number 1 option thing. Oh man, yo, you need a number 1 option. Yeah, that's stuff that fans make up, man. When on a basketball level, you take what the defense give you. You take what the defense give you, and even y'all know as fans, as passionate fans, when you see a NBA player take a shot over 2 or 3 people, the first thing in your mind is, what is he doing? Right? Right? Nick Yak in the building. Nick Yak says number 6 defense says the power rankings out now. ESPN. I don't understand it either. No, I don't understand how ESPN come up with these stuff. I don't go by ESPN on some stuff. I generally use NBA.com. That's the official stat keeper of the NBA. That's what I go. Now, sometimes I show ESPN, but how can ESPN say that the Knicks give up the least amount of points per game and then say they have the number 6 defense? According to their website, the Knicks give up the least amount of points. And then based on what Nick Yak says, they have the 6th ranked defense. And the NBA itself says the NBA is a make or a miss league. Hey, KP in the building says Grimes is the same player as last year, maybe even worse. No, JJ, nope. That's not accurate either. The Knicks take 90 shots a game. I'll put it on the screen for you. I'll show you. That's not accurate either. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The Knicks take 89.9 shots a game. They were at 90 at one point. Well, they were at 91 at one point too. The Knicks take as many shots as the Golden State Warriors and Sacramento Kings. Right? But I'm not going to just say it. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. The Knicks, no, they don't. Once this thing shows up. Okay. All right. So here it is. The Indiana Pacers lead the league in shots at 94.6 shots per game, right? Then it's Atlanta, and then a bunch of bad teams like Charlotte and whatever. And in this group right here, you'll see Sacramento, Brooklyn, Knicks, Warriors. So JJ says we do play really stuff. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Pace or shots or however, pace or shots or whatever. Basically, what it means is we play fast and we force other teams to play slow. We dictate the pace. We play fast offensively, and we force teams to play slow. So, because while we take the 12th most shots, right? We force teams to take the second fewest shots. We're tied with Orlando. We take 90 shots. They take 83.6. And in theory, basically what we're doing is we make them miss, and on their misses, we sprint down the floor. That's basically what we're doing, boss. Right? Right? We take 89.9 shots a game, and we force the other team to take 83 shots a game. And to meet the pace thing, I don't even care. I don't even care. Basically, what we're saying is this. The Knicks only have good defense because teams don't get up enough shots. So what? It's effective. Would we rather have Indiana's defense? Would we rather have Atlanta's defense? Atlanta and Indiana lead the league in pace. And then look at their defense. As a Knicks fan, I'm just speaking to that. We're effective in what we're doing, and they are not effective in what they're doing. Indiana gives up 91.6 shots a game. Atlanta gives up 91.8 shots a game. The Washington Wizards give up 94.5 shots a game. And basically what that does is I think pace may be a misleading stat. It's like plus minus. It's like plus minus, right? Like the teams I'm looking at pace, right? The teams that give up the most shots, Washington, they're allowing teams to shoot 50% from the floor. Milwaukee is allowing teams to shoot 47% from the floor. They give up 93.3 shots a game, and they're allowing teams to shoot 47%. Right? Atlanta is giving up 91.8 shots a game. They're letting teams shoot 49.4% from the floor. Indiana is giving up 91.6 shots a game. They're letting teams shoot 50% from the floor. So the pace thing, the pace thing can be misleading, right? So you want to zoom up and down the floor? Well, other teams score more against defenses that are not set. In my opinion, I prefer what we're doing. Play fast offensively, make them work to get their own shots defensively. Like the pace of play thing, I'm like, you know, I'm not a fan of the pace of play thing. Nick Yak stole our thunder. Nick Yak, you gotta give us a warning before you just blurt out. Nick Yak, like, Brunson is top 50 in defense. Bro, you gotta give us a warning, bro. Nick Yak, you gotta be like, yo, Uncle Freezie, I got a stat for you. Uncle Freezie. I'm a DM you on X or something. Can't just blurt it out. We gotta ease these things because the thing is Jalen Brunson is top 50 in defense, and Quentin Grimes is not. Surprise, everybody. We got Quentin Grimes in there for defense. So I want to pull that up real quick. So I have some slides, man, that I had been working on for a little bit. And I want to share them with everybody. So RJ Barrett is still the 9th ranked defender. Okay, let me see. I'm going to try to. RJ Barrett is still the 9th ranked defender in NBA.com's website is weird. In defensive win shares, RJ Barrett is still 9th. He is RJ Barrett. Right now, RJ Barrett is in between Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, Kawhi Leonard, Jaylen Brown, Tari Eason. So RJ Barrett's defense right now has him in. So there is a 1 through 6, right? There's a 1 through 6, and then 7 through 12 are Tatum, Holiday, Barrett, Leonard, Brown, Eason. And if I told you that at the beginning of the season, I think you guys would have been, Uncle Freezie is trolling. Jaylen Brown is number 31. Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is 31. Josh Hart is 34. So we have RJ. So we have RJ Hart and Brunson in the top 50. And so I'm going to page 2 just to see if we have a player in between 51 and 100. Mitchell Robinson is 82. Yeah. And Emmanuel Quickly is 106. And Quentin Grimes is 113. So right now, Quentin Grimes is 113th ranked in defense. Nick X says Randall also. I didn't see Randall. Oh, okay, I see your point. Yeah, those guys are like in the hundreds somewhere. So our best defenders today, right now, in this moment, right, not going forward, not the future, not the past, not last season, right now, R.J. Barrett, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart are our best defenders. Mitchell Robinson is somewhere in there also, somewhere, right? 82. Will it stay like that? I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure it will. Bronx Mel in the building. Kerry Cox says, so now y'all see why I say go get DeMar DeRozan. Nah, man, I kind of disagree with you on DeMar DeRozan, bro. I think DeMar DeRozan is a ball stopper, bro. I think, no disrespect to DeMar DeRozan's career, I just think DeMar DeRozan is a loser. Everywhere he goes, it's like teams reach a certain point and can't get any further. Right? I just think DeMar DeRozan is a loser, bro. I'm not saying a loser as a person. I just think DeMar DeRozan hijacks an offense and other people can't live in it. And if you felt like that with Julius Randle, bring in DeMar DeRozan and Julius Randle together? No. I think DeMar DeRozan gets you to a certain plateau, and he can't get you to he's not a next level player. He's not a next level player, man. And then at his age, I'm not getting ready to deal with all that stupidness at his age. I'll pass. Because he's not going to shoot the three. DeMar DeRozan legit is like a souped up Josh Hart in my mind. He's a souped up Josh Hart. Right? He's a Mustang 5.0. But he's not a Corvette. That's what and Mustang 5.0s are nice, bro. Mustang 5.0s are nice. I like them. But they're not they are not Corvettes, man. As a matter of fact, me and Mo we were buying a car, and this older couple, they were like 10 or 15 years older than us. They were like 60, 65. Right. And my man was buying, his dream car. Right. They bought it out. It was the exact color he wanted. The interior was the exact color he wanted. And he was like, but I wanted the convertible. And the dealer hit the button, and that roof stood straight up and then folded back into that. And that man started crying, bro. That man started crying out there. Never forget, it was a weekday. We were standing out there in the drizzling rain. You know what I'm saying? The drizzling, not drizzling where it would have damaged the car, but just a misty rain. That roof went up, and then it came back down and folded back. That man started crying, man. IKBM Dre is in the building. Dripmore is in the building. Keyshawn, what's good, my brother? Yeah, man, DeRozan's a loser, bro. He won't get you to the next level. Him Bro, on some nights, think about this. Some nights you would legit see Brunson, RJ, DeRozan, and Randall all ISOing. It would drive us insane. Justo11 is in the building. Salute to Justo11 in the building. But can you imagine a night we're down by 7 and we have Brunson, RJ, Randall, and DeRozan out here ISOing? Oh my God. Bro, I would have a meltdown, bro. DeRozan ain't playing off the ball? Nah, bro. Bro, I legit would have a panic attack watching that. And I know cats like IKBM Dre loved ISO ball, right? Because in theory, your best offensive player is going up against the other teams, whatever. I don't want to see that. I like ball movement. And I get it. I mean, they're cats like IKBM Dre, they love the ISO guys like SGA and those guys. I like ball movement, man. Can you imagine what Patrick Williams and Zach LaVine go through on a nightly basis when they just see DeMar DeRozan trying to play power forward? DeMar DeRozan is out here posting up 6'10" guys because he feel like he got the advantage. They can't stop me in the post. It don't matter about the height. Bro, you giving me Josh Hart vibes, bro. You giving me DeMar DeRozan gives me Josh Hart vibes. This DeMar DeRozan in my mind. And I know we don't always agree all the time. And I'm not asking everybody to agree all the time. But man, can you imagine DeMar DeRozan out here posting up Zion? DeMar DeRozan out here posting up Joel Embiid. But I got the advantage, man. I'm a mid-range sniper. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Right? DeMar DeRozan out here backing down Bogdan Bogdanovic. He out here, he out here backing down Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. DeMar DeRozan holding the basketball for 17 seconds, backing down Mitchell Robinson. No, bro, no. I swear, bro, I would have a panic attack. I'll just have a panic attack watching that, bro. DeMar DeRozan out here backing down Anthony Davis. No, I can't, man. I just can't. I don't have enough mental storage. I don't have enough mental storage or emotional storage to watch DeMar DeRozan for 40-something games out here trying to back down Paolo Banchero. I just can't. I don't know if I have the emotional stamina to watch Julius Randle pout as DeMar DeRozan is backing down Jacob Poeltl. I just can't. I don't know, man. I would jump out a window. Am I really gonna have the mental, the emotional storage to watch Julius Randle pout and just go get in people's way as DeMar DeRozan backs down Clint Capella? No, man. Just go get a traditional wing player. Go get a traditional bouncy wing to complement RJ, Grimes, and Brunson and Randall. Bully in the building. Can you imagine me and Boulevard Rod watching the game, and Julius Randle is out pouting, complaining to the refs, as DeMar DeRozan is out here trying to back down Valanciunas? Bully. Me and you watching the game, and Randle is complaining to the refs, pouting, as DeMar DeRozan is out here trying to back down Valanciunas. I just can't. Okay, BM Dre says, let me chime in. I already put the link in the chat already. I already put the link in the chat already. I was hoping Boulevard that Bully would jump on and explain what it would be like watching Randall pout and complain and stomp his feet, have a temper tantrum, while DeMar DeRozan is out here trying to back down Zion Williamson. Me and Bully both would have a meltdown, bro. I just can't. No. I just can't. I wouldn't be able to take it, bro. I promise you. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? This dude out here trying to. No. If y'all dislike ISO ball, right? If y'all dislike ISO ball so much, just think about it. If you dislike an overindulgence of, because ISO ball is going to happen. Sometimes you need it. Right? I'm not against ISO ball. I'm against ISOing from the rip. From the tip off, we ISOing from the first minute all the way to the end of the game. We ISOing. Everybody coming in, your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. And then can you imagine DeMar DeRozan kicking it out to Quickly so that he can repost? He only give it to Quickly so he can try to move Pascal Siakam, and he called the ball back and Quickly like, nah, I ain't shot the ball in 8 minutes, so Quickly just shoot a 29-footer? No. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. It's what's going on in Chicago. DeMar DeRozan give the ball back out to Quickly so he can repost on Pascal Siakam and Quickly just shoot a 29-footer. Bro, we will legit have meltdowns out here, bro. And can you imagine Quickly shoot a 29-foot heat check and Randall don't even try to rebound because he complaining to the refs and pouting that DeMar DeRozan has been going ISO for 7 straight minutes? Nah, bro, we need a conduit. We need a conduit, bro. We need we need some space. We need some floor spacers. We need floor spacers, man. We need floor spacers, man. We gotta. No, we can't live in that world. You know what I'm saying? That's a world I think we just can't live in. Right? And I know cats like IKBM Dre, they love the ISO guys, man. And I don't have a beef with IKBM Dre and them having their own opinion of.
Salute.
Yo,
Salute.
yo.
Salute to the chat. What up to you, Freezie?
ISO man.
I like good isolation basketball. I don't like not to take a dig at Randall. I don't like Randall's isolation ball.
Oh, okay.
That,
On
that
his
that's
birthday, bro? Really?
man. Happy birthday, Julius, if you're listening. Play like you did last night, but against good teams.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
but um I wanted to clarify one thing about the defensive rating
Okay.
statistic. It's not necessarily the best statistic you can use when you're comparing guys from different teams in different situations.
Right.
And context matters because like RJ plays very good defense and contests, but the backbone of our defense is based off of Mitch Robinson, right? And for the most part, and it's based off of funneling guys into him. RJ's individual rating probably wouldn't be as high if Mitch Robinson didn't exist, or we just replaced, or we had Randall playing the five, for instance. Then everything would be thrown out of whack. And that's why you have to be kind of careful that there's just a little bit too much noise. Defensive win shares is a little bit better, but
Right.
defensive rating is very hard because if you were to look up defensive win rating right now, like if you would have timed it all the way from the top to bottom, Evan Fournier is number one.
Yeah. because of that one stretch he played early in the season.
Yeah,
Just that one little stretch.
and
And I'm
you
talking about
can't.
in one game. I'm talking about
Yeah,
in one game.
yeah, and I'll say, Freezer, you can't name me 30 better defenders than Mitch Robinson in the NBA.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, so
I'm
it's.
not I'm not I'm
Oh,
not
I
wasting
know
time.
you're not doing that. I'm just clarifying it for those in the chat that were going back and forth. Like, yeah, uh, I will say this. Quentin Grimes' defense isn't as great as it needs to be, and that's not even if it was great. His shortcomings on offense can allow for a quick hook. So I'm not about to like. He's not playing like what's the guy from Grit and Grind? Tony. He's not playing
Tony
like that
Allen.
guy. Yeah, he's not playing like Tony Allen where you can just forgive
Yeah, he
his.
can't be. Yeah, he'll. I saw Thompson is
Yeah,
probably on the path to be Tony Allen, maybe better,
I say
but
Iggy,
no.
man, but yeah, like his shortcomings are not good enough to like he's not he
Oh,
plays
I
good
disagree. I
defense.
disagree. I think the Iggy
I'm talking about
comparison.
Grimes. I'm talking about Grimes.
I'm talking about the Sir Thompson one. Yeah. Grimes ain't gonna be
As long as Asor can't shoot, well, they need to let Asor be more of a playmaker because I think he has that in him. But they let Cade do a lot of that, which is
right.
it's product of the situation. But as
Yeah,
long as Asor doesn't have the jumper, like that's when he
that'll
if he
come. That'll come, bro.
if it does. But I mean, we thought
Dwayne
Iggy
Wade
might.
was 23 without a jumper.
Yeah, but Dwayne had
Explosiveness
the post up game.
and that pump fake. Remember, he lived on the pump fake.
He
He
did
was
have
just
the mid range though, but he didn't have the 3-point shot.
right. Yeah,
But
man. So it'll
it'll
come.
come. Yeah,
Yeah,
but once that comes, that changes his whole trajectory
right.
from
And
this
he's 20.
Shaw Marion
Yeah,
Matrix type thing to a superstar, like a
yeah.
bona fide superstar.
The Grimes thing, though, the Grimes thing is what it is, right? I think as Knicks fans, we give Quentin Grimes a reputation for being a defender because he don't have a reputation for anything else. So we have to accommodate the reason why he starts, right? Because you remember Tom Thibodeau started him over Fournier for one specific thing. He said that we needed consistent shooting between RJ and Julius Randle and Brunson. That's what he said. That was his reason for starting Grimes last year. And we were like, well, what about his defense? He said shooting. That's what he said at Media Day at the beginning of last year, right? When
But
he come back,
Tibbs is a funny guy though, because he'll ignore advanced analytics until it's time to put someone in their place.
right.
Like, so, like, I'll say Tibbs has a way of double talking at times.
All the time. right?
Yeah.
But my thing is and I'm not bashing Grimes, right? I don't want to bash Grimes. All I want to do is give Jalen Brunson credit for being right now, in my mind, a top 10 player in the NBA.
Woo.
Yep.
Let me count.
Yep.
I'd have to count.
Somebody, chat. Somebody argue with me on Jalen Brunson not being a top 10 player in the NBA right now, so that I can show you data. And unbiased, it's not just handpicked. It's not just handpicked, right?
Ooh.
Because if you talk about who it, okay, Dre, who's the best 3-point shooter in the NBA since January 1st? I'll give you a hint. I just said his name.
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson. Statistically, right? He's the best 3-point shooter in the NBA since January 1st. And then at the same time, he's a top 30 defender at point guard.
Oh.
And he's a high volume scorer.
I'll say this to that point.
Can SGA do that? No.
Oh. Freezie, come on. But SGA is a much better defender than Jalen Brunson. But that's neither here nor there. That's a whole.
Who's the better 3-point shooter right now?
I could tell you who's the better scorer.
Right.
The basketball.
Or you could tell me who takes the most shots, right?
He's a more efficient player than Jalen Brunson outside of the 3-point line. He shoots free throws better. He shoots from the field better. He plays better defense. He's a better playmaker as well. So it's.
I think
you can't like. Well, I'll go with my biases, I guess, towards how I see the game and how I view the game. But he's a better playmaker in the fact that he's 6'6", so that gives him more opportunities.
Okay.
Whereas Brunson has his limitations. Not that Brunson is inherently limited at that point. It's just he can't see over defenses. So that's sometimes he doesn't have the ability to make the extra play that takes a 6'6" view. Not to say that he doesn't have vision, but it's just it is what it is with him at his stature. It's just very hard. Like Trae Young, the reason why Trae Young is special is because he has all the passes in his repertoire at that time.
Yeah.
So it's
Trae
Young
Young has court vision and the savvy to manipulate defenses. Trae Young is, if he ever had a shot, if his shot is if he could shoot, that man.
If he could shoot, Freezie, if he could shoot and he was 6'6", he'd be Tyrese Halliburton.
You think so? I think his passing is better than Halliburton.
Oof.
Yeah. But Indiana just happens to have dudes that make shots when they get the ball. Atlanta don't.
I'll say, well, I don't think Trae has played with a true stretch big. But that aside, he gets so many assists and has so little turnovers while being as creative as he can be. And to get to the point, he is a high volume 3-point shooter at 40%. Like he's pushing that 50-40-90 club while having a ridiculous turnover to assist ratio.
Are you talking about Tyrese Halliburton, right?
Yeah, Halliburton.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like when you said like if Trae had the jumper, well, Tyrese has the jumper and the playmaking. The thing is, they both can't play defense worth the lick. So
right.
That's their drawback.
And for that reason, Jalen Brunson, I'll back off top 10. I'll say top 20 for sure.
I can live with you.
Top 20 somewhere. I think he's somewhere between 8 and 18, but I'll say 20 just to.
Yeah, I think he's somewhere between 14 to 18. And it's growing. By the way, his profile is growing.
So when I first told you about the stat, right? I was like, hey, Jalen Brunson is shooting 45% from 3. Remember when I first brought it up?
Yeah, I was wondering what the volume was.
His
volume is going up though.
You know what he's been shooting since then?
Higher?
50%.
This season? Or is this from
this season? Yeah, since I told you that. I think I told you that last week. Jalen Brunson has been shooting 50% from 3 since then. And I've been watching the whole time. I was like, something about this. This thing has to cool off. This thing can't stay where it is. But it's gotten better since then, right? So
we're about to be a quarter into the season.
Yeah,
man. Or we are a quarter into the season, actually.
Yeah, man. Yeah, since I made the slide on November 17th, right? So I made it on November 17th. I made it. I shared it on November 18th, I think. November 17th, he was 6 for 10. The 18th, he was 4 of 11. I mean, 4 of 8. I'm sorry. He was 6 of 10, 4 of 8. At Minnesota, he was 3 of 6. At Miami, the following week, he was 1 of 4. And then against Phoenix, he was 5 of 10. And last night, he was 2 of 5.
It's around 50%.
Yeah, so that's
really
man,
good.
That's a crazy number. That's 15, 19, 25, 33, 43, 43, right? And then he made 10, 13, 14, 19, 21. So he's 21 of 43 since then. So he's right below 50%.
If he makes his next one, he's at 50. So
yeah. So he's at like 49-ish, 48%.
That's and when we first got him, we had this conversation of what would take Jalen Brunson to the next level.
Yeah.
And it was this exact
two things. We said the two things that would get Jalen Brunson to the next level was improving his defense and that 3-point shot.
Yeah.
And all he did since then was improve his defense and become a GOAT at 3-point shooting since January 1st.
He's not doing it on low volume now like he was when he first got here. When he first got here, he was taking 4 or 5 threes per game. He's pushing 7, 8 now.
Right.
Granted, guys like Halliburton take like 10 or 11, which sounds mind-boggling.
Right.
But when we talk about where Brunson's bread and butter is supposedly supposed to be, that is actually a lot of threes for him.
Right.
Like a lot of threes.
And here's the thing I'm going to say to the chat. I think it's because of Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau. I called him Tommy Thibodeau. Wow. That's the first time I said that. Tom Thibodeau and Johnny Bryant, to me, get some credit in Jalen Brunson's 3-point shooting. Some. Not all. I don't know what percentage. I don't know who to give all the credit to, who not to, all of that. But what I did notice is when Derrick Rose got here as a 32% 3-point shooter, Derrick Rose shot 40% from 3. RJ Barrett, a notoriously streaky 3-point shooter, shot 40% under Tom Thibodeau his first season. Julius Randle shot 40% from 3 under Tom Thibodeau his first season. Dennis Smith Jr. went from like 23% from 3 to like 31% from 3. The only player that Tom Thibodeau couldn't fix his shot is no longer in the league. Elfrid Payton.
Oh, he was giving them opportunities too.
Yeah. Did you hear the stat? This is before you got here, but there was a season where Elfrid Payton ran the pick and roll 980 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
He ran the pick and roll 980 times. He shot the 3-pointer out of the pick and roll 8 times. Out of 980 attempps, bro. Do you know how many he made?
In 2020's NBA, 0.
In 2020, in 2021, and this is a stat from 2021. That's why his ass out of here. In 2021, he had 980 pick and roll chances. He shot the 3 out of it 8 times. But guess how many he made? 2. 2 made 3-pointers out of 980.
I would have just Freezie. We were starting him over quickly. For what reason? I don't know.
Right, but that's what makes the Randall playoff thing against Atlanta amazing in my eyes, because not only think about this, not only are you running the pick and roll with a guy that can't shoot and won't shoot, his pick and roll partner was Nerlens Noel, who couldn't catch.
No hands.
And we absolutely keep pointing to the Randall playoff failure against Atlanta. Oh, he got to show up in the playoffs, man. You got to blah, 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 blah.
I will say this. I think Tibbs didn't do Randall very many favors
No.
because the only thing Randall could have done is that 2-man game with Bullock. And I don't think we had much of a diversified offense that we could have had. It's why we leaned on Alec Burks so much. It's why
Bro.
we leaned on Derrick Rose so much. And by
And
the
when
time they got to the playoffs, they were washed.
right, and then because Tibbs squeezed all the juice out of him he could possibly get. Right, he's like, these guys, I got to get what I can out of these guys before they fall off. But the thing that saddens me is when we went small, we replaced Nerlens Noel with Taj Gibson.
Oh, I'm not down for the Norvell Pell erasure. We need to respect Norvell Pell for his 7 minutes that he
course.
gave us.
Bro, did you see his hands? Did you see his hands out of he got his like when Alfred Payton hit him with the chest pass and he dislocated all his fingers on both hands trying to catch it? Yo, we was calling him SpongeBob because all his fingers was pointing in different directions.
Not only does Alfred Payton shoot the ball very hard, he passes it very hard.
Now, I thought it was Norvell Pell's fault, right? I just thought Norvell Pell was clumsy, but he's still in the league. Norvell Pell is in the league, and Alfred Payton is not.
Well,
So,
yeah, I mean, if you're a legit 7 foot and you can walk and chew gum,
yeah,
you'll find a way in the league.
Now
There are way more. There's way more opportunities to replace an Alfred Payton. Just every year, there's gonna be guards coming in.
Yeah, and to Norvell Pell's credit, when he walks and chews bubblegum at the same time, he walks really slow and he chews really slow in order to not fall down and break his leg.
Speaking of 7-footers walking and chewing gum, you saw DeAndre Jordan drop like 20 and 10 the other
against the Clippers.
Yeah, so and Reggie Jackson dropped 35 and 10 or something like that.
Yeah, against the Clippers. Imagine that.
That is the most Clipperish thing that could ever happen to the Clippers.
Yeah,
they lost to the Nuggets without Aaron Gordon, Jokic, and Jamal Murray.
Yeah,
and ghosts of Clippers past were doing it to them.
Skeletons. They just found dead bodies, and it was like Thriller out there, right? Yeah, bro. It was. Yo, but I have a surprise for you, man. So I have slides queued up. You can see them, like Drake can see them backstage. Yeah, y'all can't see them. So chat, I have some slides backstage. I'm gonna put them on the screen, and I want to get your reaction. Right, I want to get your reaction to what you see. Right, here's the first one. Right, OG Anunoby. So OG Anunoby's salary. I'm gonna pause it right here because I think we expected it to be more. OG Anunoby's salary for this season is $18,642,857.
It's that for right now, though.
Yeah.
He getting paid.
Yeah. He'll get some. The Knicks will do it when they get him. Right? They'll extend them.
Start with a 4. It's gonna start with the number 4.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look around the league with Jeremy Grant's getting, it's just I feel like OG Anunoby is very impactful, but once you start paying him that numbers that start with 3s and 4s,
right,
you're getting diminished returns on what he is. The reason why OG is so impactful is because he's an elite defender while making $18 million.
Yeah.
That's like it's like a jumbo version of Caruso at this point.
Right.
which is
Right.
a damn good player. But
Right.
it's like,
Do you want to pay
like
Alex Caruso $40 million?
I mean, Alex Cruz is gonna get paid like Josh Hart money, maybe.
Yeah.
He's better than Josh Hart, by the way.
He's
But
better than Josh Hart. Yeah.
but when we talk about
But he
OG,
didn't go to Villanova, so he won't get full market
no,
value.
no, he won't. We not gonna pay him that. So if we not gonna run up the cost, then no one else will. But like for this particular team, if we're like trying to make a run in the playoffs, win a couple rounds, he's probably the most ideal fit because you can try to attempt to move RJ to the two and not really worry about wing defenders or anything of that sort. But the problem is his cost is probably going to be inflated because number one, it's in a division rival, Masai. Number two, you're gonna have to pay him. So whatever you give up,
Oh, I
you
thought you were
have
gonna
to
say
pay.
number one, the Knicks are suing the Raptors. I thought you were gonna say number one, the Knicks are
Oh,
suing the
I forgot that. I forgot that completely.
Raptors.
Yeah, Masai is really not about to do that. But just for the argument's sake, he fits us a need on this team that's sorely missing. He's a really good, reliable catch and shoot guy while also being an elite defender. Now, if you're asking him to generate offense, he's not going to do that for you. But we have guys that can generate offense. So,
Right.
but the thing is, whatever you have to give up, which is probably a lot, you have to pay, which is probably a lot. Which also puts you in a scenario where it's like, who's going to be the one that takes the fall after you pay him? Because you can't pay him and then turn around and be like, Julius gonna be asking for them extension talks, and Julius like, I made All NBA twice. This guy has literally not made anything.
Anything.
Where's my money? And
I,
then you're put in a scenario where OG's if you're lucky, your third best player. If you're unlucky, your second best player.
yeah.
So
It's
when
a
I
weird place.
break down all these things, it's like the you want to make a move for a guy that can help you, but you wouldn't mind not re-signing, and it wouldn't cost you an arm and a leg. Unfortunately, the only guy that fits that kind of description is like a DeMar DeRozan, and he's not necessarily what we need on this team.
Oh my god, DeMar DeRozan? No, DeMar
Because
DeRozan is
because he's not gonna be DeMar DeRozan is not gonna be gone for a whole lot. Like teams are not gonna give up a ton for him,
no, because
especially
he's
because
not
he's.
worth nothing.
Dang. I say this. He is. He's.
Josh Hart.
Oh, I mean, Josh Hart wishes.
He's
Josh
Josh Hart
Hart
with the
wishes.
souped up engine. That's what he is.
Josh Hart wishes he could score like that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's Josh Hart with a souped up engine, bro. That's big. He's a bigger, stronger, more athletic, more confident Josh Hart.
Older,
Yeah.
but the but like from the NBA marketplace, from how it's viewed, when the Bulls inevitably do their fire sale, DeMar DeRozan is going to go for a return less than what you might think it is. A lot less than what you might think it is.
Right.
And he might go to a team. It's funny. He like even though the Magic like basically jumped the Bulls in that deal where they
Yeah.
got all those picks and Franz Wagner, he probably would fit really nice on that team.
Yeah. And the reason why is because they let the clock run down on trade deadline day.
Yeah.
They let the clock get them, and they knee jerked when they shouldn't have.
Yeah, and then they just
and then it was all downhill from there.
and
They thought they were gonna get. I think thought they were gonna get a deal for Zach LaVine, and then they waited too long, and then everything and then Lonzo Ball it's like just a bunch of stuff, man.
Oh man, it's just it's their sequence. It's a sequence of unfortunate events, just back to back to back, and
Right.
I can't feel too bad for them because they're the Bulls. So
I think that Adam Silver's going to give them the number one pick, and whoever they get with the number one pick is going to wind up being a star.
I mean, I'm not
I
liking
think
how
they
this
might get
draft is
Ron
shaping up,
Holland.
though. But they need the number 1 or number 2 overall pick, because
Yeah.
outside of that, this draft is just the mystery box. There's gonna be
Mhm.
talent in there, but there's no real standouts coming into it, at least from my perspective.
Right.
Outside of the top end, it's
Right.
not like the draft that just passed where there's potential stars
Stacked.
sprinkled everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so they're gonna be in a position where they need that top 2 pick.
Yeah. Yeah. So the OG Anunoby thing, I think is intriguing because I don't think you because OG Anunoby has one more year on his contract after this. And I think that's an understated thing. I think it's a player option. I think it's a player. I think it's some type of option. I don't know if it's player or team.
It's a player option because he's gonna opt out of that immediately.
Yeah, because when I look at his contract, it says 36 million, 36.5 remaining on it.
Mhm.
But I don't see, and it don't show it's not highlighted in green for OG Anunoby
He has a
for some
player
reason.
option next year for $19 million, and he's going to
Okay.
opt out of that.
So yeah, so you got to get him this year,
Yeah,
basically.
this is his age 27 year,
Yeah.
the peak of his prime.
Right.
He's probably going to take a 3-1 probably
Yeah.
and cash out 3-1 for like 170
Right. Right.
and take like what is it, 38-39 million dollars a year.
If I'm no lie, if I'm the Knicks, if I go get OG Anunoby, I'm not just getting him though. I have to get another wing to go with him. I have to get, because you know how I feel about 3-and-D wings, bro.
You can't have too many of them.
Yeah, they're like Ferraris, bro. They're excellent cars. But if you get a flat tire, bro, you already know you coming out of the pocket $4,400. You know what I'm saying?
44, it might be 400, 44,000.
Yeah. It's that because then now you can't just let anybody change the tire. You got to get a Ferrari technician. You got to buy Pirellis and then have them shipped to you.
Then you have to pay for the time.
Yeah.
And they're gonna take their sweet time with it.
Right. Everybody getting paid. As soon as you get a flat tire in a Ferrari, you know everybody getting paid. You can only put Pirellis on it, and then they probably
vacation.
Yeah. So it's even Amazon, whoever delivers the tire is getting paid. To everybody getting paid. So with the OG Anunoby, I feel like with an OG Anunoby, you have to get a Franz Wagner to go with him. But Franz Wagner would start over OG Anunoby, right? So then you consider getting a Franz Wagner light and Denny Avdija.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do, right? That's what I would do. Stop reserving these random minutes for Jericho Sims and Deuce McBride, right? Because if you make the move for OG Anunoby, development is already out the window.
If you make the move for OG Anunoby, there is no reason for Josh Hart to play any minutes.
Yeah.
But we already paid him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I hate to be the heartbreaker to Josh Hart, but if the Knicks go out and get a wing player like OG Anunoby, the Josh Hart experiment has to be over. Dante DiVincenzo, over. Right? It's over. It's either him or Grimes has to go. Right? And for the sake of Grimes being here for all this time and being a draft pick, I would say Grimes is the guy that stays. But even Tom Thibodeau
he doesn't make any money. That's why. It's number one. Namely, he doesn't make any money.
But Tom Thibodeau is also weaning us off of Quentin Grimes. Have you noticed the minutes distribution over the last 10 games?
Yeah, he's probably playing 20 minutes.
Less and less minutes. Yeah, he's playing less and less minutes every game.
He's not giving Tibbs an incentive to play him more anyway. So
yeah. I would do DSJ. If I did OG Anunoby, and this is the thing that came up with. I'm not gonna lie. I did it kind of quick. So this is what I came up with for OG Anunoby. Dang, I used that dark font. But anyway, the trade package to me would be Evan Fournier for a salary match, Deuce McBride, so that Deuce McBride can go somewhere and get some minutes and play basketball. And those 2 picks that won't ever wind up being anything, that protected Milwaukee first and that protected Washington first, that probably won't wind up being anything. This is what I'm giving up for OG Anunoby. And if they ask for more, I'm hanging up the phone.
Or Masai gonna ask for more. Masai would rather let a guy walk than if he didn't get a return that he wanted. That's why he let Van Vliet walk. He let Kyle Lowry essentially walk.
I think he on the verge of getting canned, bro.
I think he's looked at as, well, I think the new car smell may be wearing out, but that title bought him a lot of time.
Yeah.
But eventually he's gonna have to.
Eventually he's gonna have to do something, because remember he started in Denver. He was the new hotness in Denver, remember?
Yep.
Toronto got him from Denver and they got their championship. They went all in for that 1 year. But what has it been like since?
Mediocrity, to put it plainly.
They won it all in 2019, right?
Yeah, and then
they beat Golden State in 2019.
Then they paid OG a little bit of money. The contract that he's on now. They paid Pascal.
Rookie extension. Yeah.
And they tanked to get Scotty Barnes at the last second.
Yeah, you remember they were displaced because of COVID. That's how they got Scotty.
Yep.
Remember they were playing games in Tampa.
Yep. And then they decided, Fred VanVleet, just don't play any more games.
Yep. Yeah.
And then they bottomed out the last 7 games or so.
Yeah.
Got Scotty. Jumped up
when Kevin Knox, remember Kevin Knox went off in Tampa on them?
Oh, God.
Kevin Knox in front of his mother. His mother was so proud.
That's my baby.
That's my baby. That's my baby out there shooting them 30-foot threes. Yeah. Yeah.
But just to see something in the chat, Keith Turner, Masai is the type to ask for RJ immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could do wing for a wing.
Yeah.
Except I don't have to pay this wing, and RJ's locked into a contract for the next 3 years at $25 million.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, if you're RJ, why do you even think about? And I know what people are saying. RJ don't have a choice. He under contract. Nah, I'm saying these guys do have at least some say.
Oh, but it's Canada though, so
Yeah, I mean, but that's like saying Dre in America.
I mean, it's Toronto. He's from that area, that part.
Yeah, but that's like saying Dre playing for the Knicks. I'm sorry, not Dre, but it's like saying Dre playing for the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh no, hell no.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but it's New York, bro. It's Brooklyn.
Okay, fair point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would RJ leave a great situation when he's featured on a team that's on the up and go to a team where everybody is about to leave town?
If they were to do that, the Raptors would go full fire sale mode.
They are, yeah. They are going to go full fire sale.
Pascal is up out of there.
Yep.
OG.
Yeah.
And it's
Toronto
bare bones, Scotty Barnes, and a draft pick, a young guy. See what happens. Grady.
Yeah. They're Toronto is in that place where everybody knows that they're on the verge of tanking. Right? They're on the verge of tanking. Their point guard is Dennis Schroeder. They didn't have a point guard. They didn't have a point guard in place until the middle of July.
Malachi Flynn was supposed to be that 3 years ago, but then they realized he's trash. So.
Yeah.
They thought he was going to take the same growth that Fred VanVleet took.
Right.
When they drafted him, but then they realized he's not that guy.
Yeah, they're like, this dude ain't it. Yeah. So if you're the Knicks, and you're holding on to the Milwaukee and Washington picks, I'm asking you why? Why would you wait on those picks for so long? What's the point?
Oh, we're waiting for the superstar. Freezie. That doesn't exist. It hasn't made themselves available.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
moment one pops up, it's like he doesn't fit. Dame Lillard, for example,
yeah,
or
yeah,
Donovan Mitchell isn't this particular guy for a particular price. At some point, you're gonna have to cash your chips in.
yeah,
At some
yeah.
point,
And so the sad thing to it would be OG Anunoby traded somewhere like Dallas, right? Dallas puts together maybe Jaden Hardy, Josh Green, and um filler and a draft pick way down the road for OG Anunoby. He gets there, Dallas wins the NBA Finals, and then we pick number 30. Then our pick will be 30. When all
that
we had to do was just get OG Anunoby, let Kyrie miss games, let Luka get frustrated, and then we pick at 15.
oof, oof.
Because in my mind, I don't think Dallas is better than the Houston Rockets or the Oklahoma City Thunder. Right? And I know that sounds strange this early in the season. The Houston Rockets, they've been trash forever. Yeah. They're not trash now, though. That's the point.
Well, yeah, Ami Udoka is doing some things over there.
Yeah. Now, will they be title contenders? No, they're probably about 2 years away from
They're
even
they're
having
a
a
couple moves
conversation.
away. They're a couple moves
Yeah.
away, but they're on the right trajectory.
But then when I ask you, are you really afraid of Dwight Powell and Tim Hardaway Jr. and Grant Williams? Now, Luka's a monster, but he can't score 60 points a game every night.
Mm. Well, this is the thing. Like Luka's gonna force the Mavs' hand to make moves regardless. The moment he feels unhappy, something's gonna happen.
And they better do it too.
Oh yeah, they gonna do it. They gonna hold that whole franchise hostage.
They're gonna do it. And then
That is the Dallas Lucas over there.
yeah. And so Dallas has new ownership now? Or is headed towards new ownership?
Still, basketball ops is run by Mark Cuban.
Yeah. But the direction comes from the owner,
Right.
right? So the owner can either say, "Hey, let's tear this thing down. Let's see what we can get for Luka," or he can say, or he could be like Matt Ishbia and be like, "No, we want to win right now." Right. So, but we don't know what the new ownership group is going to be like. So
Yeah, the
that'll
new
be
ownership group, it seems to be like it's they're run by lobbyists, and
right.
they're trying to use the Mavs as leverage to create like a new arena and resort
A
and
gambling,
gambling.
yeah, for
So
Texas, yeah,
it would be in their best interest to keep winning, to keep the spotlight on that area because a winning
right.
team generates more money. Like, just
Generates more money in the short term,
yeah,
right,
and they need that cash flow
right,
for when they
right,
get that arena resort type thing off the ground. Just
yeah. It's like what
logically.
Steve Cohen did with the Mets. It's basically what Steve Cohen is doing with the Mets. But
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah. Essentially,
so,
what he's trying to build in like the parking lot right next to it.
yeah. People are like, but Steve Cohen is passionate about winning. No, Steve Cohen, bro. I know
You
guys
don't
like
accrue
that,
that
bro.
much money without loving money.
Right, bro.
You
I
don't
know
accrue it by
dudes like
accident.
that, bro.
Yeah.
I have dudes like that numbers in my phone. Not Steve Cohen. Now, I'm not talking about Steve Cohen, right? I'm not being OD with it. I'm talking about dudes that do the same thing, asset management and all that. Bro, I know these dudes, bro. They love money, bro. You know what I'm saying? They love chasing money. They love it, right? But anyways. So if the Knicks don't do OG Anunoby, this is the guy. This is one guy I think the Knicks should consider. Oh, y'all thought we was gonna get by a trade thing without me mentioning Zion. Surprise!
That's the long play move to
Yep.
me.
y'all thought we were gonna get through a trade show without talking about Zion Williamson. Surprise!
Hey, look, man, I'm not opposed to that at all, personally. But this is like this isn't the move to win a title immediately. This is like the move to surround Jalen Brunson and RJ for I guess 3-4 years. But this is such shaky ground because you don't know what Zion you're gonna get. A motivated Zion, an aloof Zion, or Zion that's like, oh, I just need to buy in. We don't know what you're gonna get, but because his potential is just so high, it's hard to ignore. How old is Zion? He's still like 23.
That man is 23, bro. We gotta relax.
That
We gotta.
man is-
We talk about Zion like he's LaMarcus Aldridge, bro. Not
oh,
you,
man.
not you. I'm talking about. I
I
talked to a lot of
understand.
people before I got here. Is what I'm saying.
I
I spoke
understand.
to a lot of people about Zion. They're like, man, Zion back, man. Bro, you talking about him as if he's Greg Oden. We gotta
Oh,
relax,
oh
bro.
my God.
Calm down. Yo, Cats is out here. Zion ain't gonna never be really. Zion is 23, and we saying he ain't gonna never be nothing, right? But then when we talk about Grimes, yo, you got to give Grimes time, man. He only 23. What? Sometimes we be so hypocritical. It's laughable, bro.
Hold on, got a phone call real quick. Be right back.
Yeah. So yeah, man. We out here like, yo, Zion, man, Zion. We out here like, yo, Zion, man, he ain't never in shape. Zion ain't gonna be, man. Zion, old man. Zion ain't gonna do Zion. And then when we talk about Grimes, like, yo, we got to give him more time, bro. Yeah, we got to relax, man. We got to chill out, man. Because some of it is so hypocritical. It's so laughable. Some of it is so laughable. I'm like, yo, what are we saying again? Are we legit saying that we got to chill on Grimes, gives Grimes some time to cook? And then when you bring up Zion name, you're like, oh no, he too old. Zion ain't gonna never. Zion miss a lot of games. We ain't talking about Zion. Zion miss a lot of games. Quentin Grimes cried when a lady dabbed his bloody lip with a cotton ball.
Let Quentin be sensitive, Freezie. Let him be a little bit sensitive.
Yo, I'm saying, man, it's yo, Adam is in the building. Adam, what's good, man? Adam.
Oh, shout out to Adam. I haven't seen Adam in a while.
Yeah.
Hope you doing all right, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So how are we out here? Like, so let me. I want to play what I want to give up for Zion. Right. This is I talked to. Okay, I spoke with 100 people. Top 5 answers are on the board. Basically, like the Family Feud approach, right? So when I spoke to people, I think this is the consensus of what everybody is thinking, right? This is what everybody wants. Everybody that I spoke to wanted to give up these 2 players for Zion, right? They're like, Fournier got to go, Randall got to go. I don't want Randall to go, but I understand if you get Zion, 2 dudes that play the same position, they're not going to be able to play together, right? So I get that.
Yeah, one of them would have to go, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, but if you're the Knicks, are you willing to give up totally on this year's draft and give up the Milwaukee and Washington picks for Zion?
For that level of talent, you would have to. But the thing, when you say that, you still have your own draft picks if you wanted to get back into the draft.
Right.
So when we talking about these picks that you've mentioned, the majority of them are other teams' picks. 1 second.
Yep. So if you're the Knicks, would you give up one of your own picks and then 3 picks from other teams plus Randall and Fournier for Zion. Keith Turner says, man, they not taking for you. Don't know, bro. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. One of the teams that has just as many draft picks as us or more is New Orleans. The one thing about David, what's his name? David Griffin, and the one thing about the guy in Oklahoma City, right? They will do draft pick trades. They will do draft pick trades. Before we assume that David Griffin is not in love with draft picks, remember who David Griffin is. Remember who David Griffin is.
David Griffin loves him some draft picks.
Right. Right. Remember who you're dealing with. Right. Does David Griffin love draft picks? Yes. I think he loves draft picks more than he loves Zion. I think the only reason why Zion is not gone is because a team has not blown them away with a draft pick package.
I think to be absolutely honest, they would ask for the picks. I'm forgetting that Julius Randle's even in there included, so that kind of mitigates what type of picks you give up. Because if he wasn't there, they would ask for our picks straight up, like 4 of your own picks.
Yeah. And I don't know if they would even ask for our picks, because us adding Zion makes us, in my mind, an even better team. Right? So even our draft picks will be in the 20s. The picks from Washington and Detroit and Milwaukee.
Those picks will be.
Those are heavily protected right now.
Yeah. But
right?
Then I forgot what happens. What do they turn into if they?
Yeah, they go down. They go down 2 spots every year. So if we don't get, so it's top 14 for Detroit, right? So if we don't get, so it'll be top 12 and 25, and then top 10 and 20. It's like, yeah.
It's jumbled up right now. I'll look it up right this second before I even.
Yeah. Cowboy Bob is in the building. Yeah. Chat, y'all not excited about a Evan Fournier and Julius Randle trade out of town? And happy birthday, Julius Randle, by the way. Julius Randle's my guy, right? But when I spoke to people behind the scenes before doing this is the type of thing that they were interested in. Keith Turner says, terrible trade. Right. I get it. I get it. Y'all don't want to trade nothing. Is what it is. I'm gonna pick on Keith Turner for a minute, right? Just because he's tough and he can take it. That's my guy, and he know that I'm doing this out of love. I'm not doing this out of being mean or whatever. You know, some people think I just be mean, right? I don't do that to be mean, man. I mean, I got other things to do. I can walk my dog, bro. Right? But here's the thing. Knicks fans don't want to give up anything for the best player in the world. They're like, man, I'm only giving up a 2nd-round pick for Giannis right now. What's wrong with the 2nd round? Jokic was picked in the 2nd round. That's Knicks fans thinking. Right? That's how Knicks fans roll, bro. Like, legit.
You got to give up something to get something.
I don't want LeBron. What LeBron James going to do here? Really?
There's no championship that has happened without tough decisions to be made. Right. Like the Warriors dynasty doesn't happen if they didn't decide to move on from Monte when he was a fan favorite.
Right.
Steph doesn't grow into that as fast as he did.
And they
Monte
were
wasn't
trying,
there.
and they were trying to botch it up. They were trying to botch it up, and fate, luck
They
kept
damn near
Golden State
tried to
together.
trade Clay for Kevin Love.
For Kevin Love, they tried to trade. They tried to trade Steph Curry for Andrew Bogut, and Steph Curry failed the physical, and that's how they put Monte Ellis in the trade.
Wow.
Adam is in the building. What's good, bro?
Salute Adam.
I think he ain't ready. Okay. When he unmuted his mic, I think I'll bring him in and all that stuff. But yeah, man. So yeah, you got to start somewhere, man. We're a good team. Now I like Randall. I don't want to trade Julius Randle. Y'all know that. I honestly, I think I like Fournier also, but Tibbs won't play him, right? So my thing is with Randall, y'all kill me all night long. Man, I hate Randall. I hate Randall. I hate Randall. Then we put him in a trade, and y'all like, nah, man, I don't want to do that. I ain't giving up all of that for such and such.
For the best player in the trade.
Yeah. So, hey, Adam, if you watching, bro, we was ready to have. We put Adam on the thing, but Adam just, I don't know.
Backed out.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's an audio thing, but okay. But yeah, man. So no matter what we say, Knicks fans are gonna be like, no, I hate it. Like, hey, Dre, you remember earlier in the season when I was talking about a Paul George trade? Remember early in the summer?
Yep.
I was like, hey, do some combination of these draft picks right here that you see on the screen. And Adam, what's good? Can you hear us?
Yo, can you hear me?
There he is. All right. What's
up,
good,
Adam?
bro?
What up, Dre? What up, Freezie?
Salute.
Salute to y'all.
Wait,
Salute
you
to
been
the
you
chat.
been somewhere counting money?
No. I've been busy watching the Knicks.
Okay.
This in-season tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knicks fans. I think Knicks fans don't want to do this trade that we have on the screen. Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, and 4 picks that the Knicks will probably never use for Zion.
That's kind of a lot for one player.
If you're trying to change the trajectory of your team, you got to give up a lot.
Yeah.
If you believe in that guy's talent. And granted, I'll be absolutely honest. His talent level is just transcendent. It's just the problem is his mental and physical.
The talent level itself.
Yeah.
Just the talent level.
It itself is just.
It's out of you've never seen a dude pound for pound. You've never seen a dude this physically gifted in the NBA ever.
Oh my God.
BT, what's good, bro?
What's up? Salute, BT.
It is salute guys, salute Dre, salute. It classic, man. It's Zion, man. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've seen a whole season of Zion, and on top of that, I have a feeling he'll disrupt RJ's type of game because it's exactly the same to where he's a downhill type of player. And most of the time when he does get the ball, if he's not shooting the open three, he's holding the ball a lot longer. It'll help out Brunson, yeah, when it comes to bringing up the ball, but he'll also
BT, that
hold
man
it
had
longer.
7 assists last night against the Utah Jazz.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I said it's a good thing. He has a ball.
I'm talking about holding the ball. I'm talking about holding
Brian,
the ball.
Brian, I don't know if you watch Zion play, but he's like 10 times more decisive than Randall.
I'm not saying any of that. I'm agreeing. Okay, listen to what I was just saying. I said, yes, he's a downhill kind of player. He'll help Brunson as a second ball handler. He'll be also looking to score, but he plays similar to RJ Brunson to where I think it may affect his game. And I'm not saying it's like going to be a bad thing, but they got to learn to work with each other. That's all I'm trying to say. But for me, it's also Zion. I don't know how many games of Zion we're getting. At least with Randall, we know we're getting 70-plus games. But Zion, I mean, when was the last time he's played a full season? Like I said, I'm not knocking his talent. I'm not knocking any of that. I think he's a good player. But at some point I gotta pick somebody who's gonna give me 70+ games, regardless of talent. I'm sorry. I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, if it's LeBron James, of course not. That's dumb.
Oh, I'll pose this question. Who gives you a better chance to win 16 games?
See, 16 games, that's different though. What I'm talking about is if we're gonna have him for another 60+ games, is Zion playing the full 60+, and then is he prepared to play in the playoffs as well? Because in New York, we all know it's a dogfight with us. Whoever we play, it's always a dogfight. And I'm not saying nothing against Zion, but I'm saying, has he actually met the type of competition when it comes to that? I don't know. But it'll be good to see because I know he's a good ball handler.
Do you like Joel Embiid?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question. Repeat that.
You like Joel Embiid?
Yeah, I like Embiid. I mean, but the way they use
Joel Embiid play at age 23.
The way they use Embiid now, it kind of helps out Max these games. So for me,
no. He asked how many games did Joel Embiid play at age 23?
Right. Oh, how many games? No, I wouldn't know. I'm sorry, I can't remember.
He was out.
Steph Curry played 26 games at age 23.
Okay.
You do that move when you're trying to build a team for the next 6, 7, 8, 9 years.
Right.
Because ultimately, if Zion figures his health out, he's a megastar in this city. So, like he goes from being Zion, this freakish athlete that puts up numbers, is often injured, to international superstar immediately.
In a city that has not had a generational talent. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, I'm just going to read Paris. So Paris says, nobody hates Randall. We don't respect his behavior.
There are people that actually hate Randall.
Yeah.
And there are people that hate Randall.
You know? I kind of agree with that, but Randall's behavior's been okay so far in the season.
Okay. We could play this game where people say he'll never be healthy. Yeah, people said Joel Embiid would never be healthy. You look
Steph Curry.
You look up right now.
No, that was different with those guys because Steph Curry actually played into the injury, and Embiid was on and off, and he actually finally the last 2 years he's been playing a lot better. So you can see the guys do the development. We haven't seen that yet with Zion because the way he is. Like, all right, let's look at Steph Curry.
Zion averages 26 on 60%.
No. I'm talking about the way they play their game. Yes, Steph Curry runs a lot, and yes, he's going to have a lot of injuries. But with his game, the way he plays, he could continue to play longer than Zion can because when Zion plays, it's downhill, spin moves, cut to the basket, pull up. Like, he does a lot of extra motion and a lot of movement and being explosive, especially for his size. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he can't do anything. I'm just worried about it because of that. He's been hurt before.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. If we could get someone that might be viewed as injury prone on their age 30 year, but they're playing like an MVP, we would do it.
And what player would that be, Joy?
I just described Joel Embiid, but he's not going anywhere.
He ain't going nowhere. And
the guy that we're talking about, Zion, he has the potential to be an MVP caliber player, and he's nowhere near his prime. Like, let's just call it spade a spade. He's been injured.
We got to relax, bro.
He's been injured. Freezie, he's been injured, but if he put on a Knicks jersey, he'd instantly be the most gifted Knicks player of all time.
Of all time.
Instantly.
Yeah.
I think y'all throwing jet fuel on top of a fire, trying to see if it burns.
Wait. You
gotta analyze.
A dude that was the number one pick? So a dude that was the number one pick, we doing that for?
No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it.
It's not like the dude was drafted 47 and then he just burst onto the scene.
Okay. We'll just have to see because
we know who he is when he plays on the court. The problem is, the injuries. Yeah. But
I'm just saying, like I said, the only thing look, he's a great player. He does everything good, but the way he plays is very, I don't know. I can see him. Okay, how do I say this without comparing him to somebody? but I'm gonna have to do it because it's gonna sound like I am like Giannis. Like everybody knows how good Giannis is as
he's
far
more
as
athletic than Giannis, bro.
no. I'm saying like how good Giannis is. But you know that what Giannis's default is if you get in a position, you can draw a lot of offensive fouls on him. And I feel like that's the same thing that Zion Williams has. So for me, it's like I don't know. Like I said, I have to see how he's gonna play in the big city because in the Pelicans, I know he's played well. I know he's a good player, but I want to see him play against a tougher defense. I want to see him, play against Brown or Tatum. I want to see him. I want to see it before I make my
Hey, can I
assumption.
ask you a
That's all I'm
question
saying.
about that though? Let me ask you a question
Yeah.
so I can follow. Right? Have you seen any current New York Knicks do any of that?
No.
I'm just asking. Like, have you seen any? What about any Knick in the last 10 years? Have you seen any Knick in the last 10 years do that?
Do what?
What you just said.
What I'm talking about with the fouls?
With anything, with any of that stuff you just mentioned, have you seen
perform at a caliber level?
any Knick in the last 10 years do any of that stuff that
like that
you
type
just
of play.
said?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not. I haven't. But like I said before, I make my assumption. I just want to see him play against the bigger markets. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Because to me, he's a talent and he's a really good player. But what are we gonna get when he comes to New York? Maybe what we thought he was, he can't hold up because his game is totally different. I'm just saying, like I said, I gotta see it.
But the thing is, you compared him to Giannis. You know how many
No,
charging
and
calls? You know how
what
many charging calls Shaquille O'Neal had in his career?
But this is what I'm saying though with the Giannis thing. The fact is I feel like they both are downhill players and they both can get to the basket and get what they need to do. But for me, what I'm saying is when he's playing Boston, is he gonna be the type of player to where he gets 2 quick fouls in the first quarter and then we gotta worry about something else? That's why I say I gotta see how his game is gonna play for at least the season. Same way it was with Brunson last year.
When he plays, he averages 25 points per game and
I
on
know.
60%, no matter what the context is. Like
I know.
when you go into a game against the Pelicans, he's number one on the scouting report. Stop him, and you can't stop him.
Right.
But then
Can't
see
stop, won't stop.
that's with the Pelicans. Is he gonna be number one here if we got Brunson? Is he gonna be he's probably gonna be beating out RJ for the number 2 spot. Because I
If
know
you're
we ain't
if
gonna
you're
just
if
give
you're
him a number 1 spot.
but if you're comparing him to Giannis, Giannis needs a ball handler.
Yeah.
Right.
No one's thinking it's he's no one's thinking Giannis is taking a step back because Dame's there. Yeah, if you are that talent, you're gonna be that talent regardless.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it's Brunson's team. He's gonna be the first option regardless. And when
That's
if this
but
were to come on, he
that's
would
not
be
how it
taking
works.
RJ State. Oh yeah, well watch because Brunson and him
Julius
because then him.
Randle, hold on, time out. Julius Randle has been prioritized over Brunson in
No. I
many
thought
games.
that we were trading Fournier and like
No, no,
all
no,
those
no, no.
draft picks.
I'm speaking to your point. It does like their options are irrelevant when you're talking about upper echelon talent. If
Right.
you are
Yeah.
who you say you are,
Wait,
not
A
no Lupe,
superstar.
no
Have no
Lupe.
fear.
wait,
The
I'm
cameras here, the
confused.
microphones. Yeah.
Like
Oh no, I'm
you,
confused
you
because when I saw the Zion
Zion,
Williams thing, no,
Zion's not
I'm just
going.
saying. Wait, hold on. When I saw the Zion Williams thing, it said Fournier and Randall, and
Hold
then it
on,
also had the other
hold
draft
on.
picks.
You're not listening. You're not listening. I'm comparing him to Randall, where Randall is not that caliber of talent, and Brunson still knows how to acquiesce and let Randall be Randall, right? Why would he not do that for this guy? What? Hold on. Even another point. Even another point. Zion has played with high usage basketball players before, and regardless of the context, he'll get up 14 shots and get 25 points because he's that efficient. Now imagine Zion in his prime, hypothetically speaking, at age 26, 27, when he decides to take 18 shots a night, like Giannis does, and gets fouled and goes to the free throw line. He's gonna average 30 at some point in his career.
What
Now,
I
whether it
was
be here or somewhere else, he's going to do it.
what the reason why I said that is because I'm expecting, like I said, Fournier and Julius Randle wasn't going to be here. So you're going to have Zion, RJ, Grimes, and you're going to have Brunson. I could see Brunson still being a number one option. And what I'm saying is Zion would be a great asset with the ball handling as well. But the problem and concerns I have is seeing how he is against the bigger market teams. Because I haven't really seen him play. You're right. He can score 25 on a majority of the situations. And the shots that he is going to be taking is the shots that were given to Randall. And if not,
brother,
him and
brother, brother. He plays in the Western Conference. He dropped 40 on the Lakers. Like he's played. He plays in the same league we play in. He just plays in the East a little bit less, but he's dominated regardless of context. You just might not see it because you don't watch Pelicans games. Because I don't blame you, but it's when we talk about talent, everybody gets paid. All the coaches get paid. Everybody wants to stop a particular player. He's not putting up numbers by accident. He's putting up numbers because he's that physically gifted and special. The reason why he doesn't play as much is because injuries. That's it. The only thing that's been holding him back is injuries. If you're betting, I'll put it this way: if you're betting against a guy because of injury over the risk reward, the risk reward is Zion might be a top five player in the league, and the risk is you might lose him due to injury. If you don't take that risk to get a caliber player like that, then what are you doing it for? Like, are you trying to win a title? Are you cool with just being competitive but not being one of the top teams? You cool with just being competitive? That's fine. I might speak for Freezy here. Freezy wants a championship at some point. You don't win
Yeah.
championships without the requisite talent. You don't trip and fall into titles.
Right.
You got to pay for these things.
Yeah.
Hey, salute, Wiz.
Gentlemen,
Yo.
but
Yardy.
you hit the point that he was to mention the statement of seeing Zion against the bigger market teams when he plays in the bigger conference in certain ways. They're more talented players and talented teams in the Western Conference and Eastern Conference. So other than what you think Boston is and Milwaukee, they've got six of those almost. Okay. I mean, right now, Sacramento, obviously Golden State, Lakers, Denver, when they're healthy, Clippers. I mean, even Dallas at its peak. Zion faces tough competition. I'm doing that trade yesterday. I'm in my car right now. I'm about to fill the tank up. I'm gonna go get Randall and Zion, both of them, take them back to where they want to go. I'm actually, I forget. I'm actually sending Zion. What did what's Shannon Sharp talk about with Ocho about a private jet, 25 grand an hour. I'm I'm doing a GoFundMe. I'm paying for Zion's way to New York, and I'm sending Randall by Greyhound to New Orleans in a heartbeat. Fournier can hitchhike, but the deal is done.
You not letting the
Done.
Frenchman in your car?
Say it again.
You not letting the Frenchman in your car?
Oh no. Je ne peux pas français. Je ne peux pas français. My dad is in Paris, and I won't if it means that my dad can't hang up me no more for trade 48. I'll be like, later, Dad. I'll talk to you later. We'll do Zoom, but I'm sorry. Bye bye, 48. And I like 48. He's a nice guy. So anyway, this is a no brainer deal. I'm actually going to throw an extra piece in there because those three picks by other teams, I don't see any of them coming up any value anyway. They may even all convey to second round picks. We have enough second round picks. I'm giving them 24 and 26 Knicks picks. That's how bad I'm. I'd rather give them 25, 27 and actually make a draft this coming year. But if a Connecticut guard can come out, I'm good with that. My only thing though with this deal is when it's over, I think what we are is we have upgraded power forward, but we're still where we were, right where we are right now. We need another.
No.
Freezie, really?
No.
You think Zion takes us so much further than Randall that we don't need to fill
Wiz, think about what you just said. You just said that basically you intimated that Randall and Zion Williamson are the same player.
No. I said our need is the same of the backup power and the backup.
But you asked, does Zion make us that much better?
Yes, he does. But
right, that's what you. Wiz, what?
You can't be the same. That's not. It can't. It's
but you
just said, Wiz. But that's what you. Wait a minute. What? Yo, cocaine.
What Zion makes us is Zion gets us. Zion can win a championship, but he's
that's not what Wiz. I'm saying. I just want to agree on one or the.
You tell me that Freezie.
Rick James on me.
Listen
to the reason. Wiz, listen to the reason why I disagree. You don't know why I'm disagreeing.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Right. What I'm saying to you is, you just said that Zion. You intimate that Zion is not going to make us that much better than Randall, right? And you said that the Knicks will still have needs, right?
No, I didn't say that. I said.
Okay. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm ready to clip what Wiz said. I'll be
right. Okay. I said.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Let me just make this real quick.
Freezie, making us better.
Hold on. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, bro.
But Dre,
maybe I've misstated. My Jamaican accent comes out sometimes. I'm back up on the yard man thing then. Back up. Okay, boy, Jamaican out.
So you're gonna clarify, right? Okay.
Let me clarify the American accent or British accent or something, an English accent. Zion makes our team much better than with Randall. That does not mutually exclude the fact that our team still needs a backup 3-4 stretch 6'9" guy can shoot as a backup to both of those positions, because Zion will not play 48 minutes and Zion will not play 72.
Do you need it? But you need that with Randall anyway, right? Is what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
So we need that, but we are much better. So Zion, if Randall takes us to the first round, Zion needs to the ECF.
The deal isn't just for this year, though. When you're taking on someone that's 23, you're thinking about 5, 6, 7 years down the line.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go get him. I'm doing GoFundMe right now, setting it up to go pay for him to get there, and I'm gassing up to go get Randall. And I already, called Greyhound for a ticket for Fournier. So I'm just saying that I will do the deal in a heartbeat, but we still have a couple of one missing piece that will protect the 3 and 4 that currently, because ideally I'd love to get Zion and one more piece that push RJ to the 2 and move Grimes. And so I really want a small forward that doesn't have to be a star, just be a really decent shooter, solid defender, and get Zion. I think that's a guaranteed championship. I'm going to ship right now. Randall with a same position, the same player that we said we need, will get us to the second round, and we may battle to make it to the ECF. Zion with that piece is championship contender, if not championship winner. Okay, so when I say same place we are in that need category of that 6'9" shooter with defensive skills, that need still exists even with Zion. It's just that the need will take us from ECF to championship, where the need takes us from first round potential to second round definite to a possible ECF, where Zion is definite ECF, possible championship, and overall winning. Does that make any more sense to you? Or is that a debatable point? Right.
I think it's debatable.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not the same thing.
I understand what you're saying. Where
it doesn't contradict my statements, though. It's not contradictory to state that those two to that position that Randall is a possible second round. Zion is a possible championship round. The need of that 3'4", 6'9" shooter, defensive skills, is a definite second round in Randall, definite championship, if not winning the O'Brien with Zion. So no matter what, Zion is still the upgrade of at least 2 rounds than Randall.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So let's do the deal. Let's call up Leon and let's add another pick in there if we need to. Let's call Leon right now. I'm ready. So everyone goes to GoFundMe, Randall for Zion.
Make sure you put your name on it.
Exactly.
I think Freezie went to go clip your clip. You have to go make a clip.
I know.
What did you want to say, Brian? Brian wanted to say something for a second, and he didn't get it.
Nah, I just don't feel like, for me, there's a thing called loyalty to a certain extent, and Randall has been here since day one, and for us to give him up for a younger talent, yeah, that's cool and all, but why not let him play out the rest of the season and let him play the market next year? Because to be honest with you, I rather not do the trade and probably mess up something that's actually a good core, because RJ says his mentor is Randall. So, and a lot of even Grimes likes Randall.
Do you think this core wins a title with like one small upgrade? Do you think this core wins a title with a small upgrade somewhere on the roster?
Oh, you mean this team that we currently have now?
Yes.
Like, I honestly think that if our team were to focus on staying above 40-plus rebounds, having 25 assists, hitting our free throws 85% as a team, yeah, because you're going to lose to the team. You're not going to lose off of one players. And no, to be honest with you, that's the times that we do win. And I'm not talking about any small win. I'm talking about we win in double digits when we hit more than 45 rebounds and when we hit more than 25 assists and when we hit more than no more than 12 or 14 turnovers. Like, those are the areas, if we work on, then yeah, I think we can be a championship team, because that basic skill of basketball is tough to beat. When everybody as your team is giving you 14 turnovers a game, everyone shooting 85% from the free throw range, I don't understand that. Like, everybody says, oh, it's free throws. Free throws is the same if you're playing against Boston. It's the same if you're playing against Milwaukee. It's the same if you're playing against Miami. It's a free throw. So if the team is shooting 85% or above for free throws, with the rebounding, with the assists, yeah, we can win, and we could get to the Eastern Conference Finals and actually win it. Because that is very hard to beat. No, think about it. Because then you know what that does? If we're shooting like that, most of the games that we're shooting like that, we're shooting anywhere from 42 to 46% as a team.
Has there ever been a team, has there ever been a team that have shot 85% and above as a team from free throw ever?
No.
So we can't aim for that. That's a number that's really
80 is the number that you aim for.
80 is the number we're aiming for.
85 as a team is very hard.
Right, 85.
Okay, so we've had 3 games though where we actually shot as a team 90% or above, which is crazy. But y'all are saying that it's hard to keep consistent.
Right.
Not really. We just got to make sure. Look at last game. Mitchell didn't go to the free throw line at all. And I'm not saying he's a liability, but we got to find ways to where we get guys that are good free throw shooters, get them more involved, like Grimes maybe, as opposed to having...
Grimes has not made one free throw the entire year.
I'm saying, get him more involved. That's what I'm saying.
What's Randall's average? What's Randall's average?
Randall's shooting 68 from the line.
I think it's 60, 62 or something.
So Randall alone.
No, it's higher than that. It's not good.
Oh yeah, because he missed one. He missed one last night, and it was just him and Brunson that both missed. So
but Randall will not average over 80. He's a 9-year career right now. He's not averaging over 80 from the free throw consistently. I mean, I should say never, but very unlikely. So team wise,
the object is okay. So I said 85%. Maybe my goals are too high. So let's say 80%. We still have a better winning chance doing that as well. So
Right. I don't doubt it.
we could say 80% instead of 85. Let's
Yeah.
just adjust that.
Yeah, bring that
So
adjustment.
if we're shooting 80% as a team in field and free throws, we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be very tough to beat
Well,
because if you look at every game with
but our
those
roster
stats, we've
composition,
won by double digits.
our roster construction is not that of a team that shoots 80% from the free throw line. So you can wisp on a star, but that's not who we are.
I
It
No,
agree.
has
you
it
asked,
hasn't
but
it
no,
hasn't been
because
who
the
we are.
question was you asked me with this current team how it's constructed now. I'm telling you, I think it can because of those things. If we do those 2 out of 3 games, we're good. Every 2 out of those 3 games we do it. That's 60 something games. You're gonna be 40 and 20. Plus with what we already got, that's 50 games. Plus we'll probably have like I think like 4 or 5
Hold
more
on, you
games
you
left over.
you think we're winning 60 games or something like
No,
that?
no, 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 no. What I'm simply saying is with this system that we have in place that I just expressed with the rebounds and the free throws and all of that, I think we can run it to where we can win 2 out of every 3 games.
Eh, it's a 66 win percentage is very difficult. 66 win percentage is damn near
That's not a
60 wins.
66 win percentage.
2 out of every 3 games is what?
I know what you
Winning,
mean. You mean it's I'm
67%.
talking
Yeah.
about out of the next 60 games because you still got to look at it.
but if you're doing that, that's winning 60 games or
No,
close to it.
that nah,
Yeah.
that's 50 because we got 10 games now, and the
That,
math that I
that's
just did,
that's
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 40
high. That's high
wins.
50s. That's high 50s.
That's 40 wins with 20 losses. So we'll be 50 and 27. So yeah, that's 77. That means we'll have like 5 more games left. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. We'll be at 50 wins. That's exactly where we were last season. I mean, without the like minus 3 or 4 games.
But this
But
is the
that's
thing.
all I'm saying is we
This is
can do it.
but if you did that over the course of an entire season,
No,
then
no, no, no,
sure.
no, 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 no.
But but
I'm
but
not
but
saying
but
you
hold on,
can't.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Your point is you if we could do that, we would win 50 games. But if we could do that, we would have done it from the beginning of the year.
No, 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 no. I'm saying because we have to. Okay, during these
And
previous
if we were
games.
winning at that pace at the beginning of the year, then we would be on a 60 game pace. But we're not.
No, 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 no. What I would always say is this: the first 20 games, I kind of let it just go to fate. What I base it off of is the next 60 games. The reason why I say that is because they're still working out what they got to work out. The Knicks ain't actually have the whole package yet, and we haven't been on a roll yet to where we actually show consistency. To me, so what I'm trying to say is this: when it comes down to actually the next 40 games, I mean, the next 60 games, we can win based off of our system because Brunson has shown that he can be Mr. Clutch. That's one game. And then with our system that we have in place, can put us in a position to where we could stay within a good game and maybe get a win or two. That's what I'm saying. But for a whole entire season, I only see this team at 50 to 55 wins. So regardless of whatever, my math is still on us having anywhere from 50 to 55 wins.
Mm. Okay. I can concede that we might
Now,
win.
I understand what you're saying, though. If you were to play a whole season winning 2 out of 3, yeah, heck no. That's freaking like almost like Golden State type things where you're trying to go on that
That's
run.
I mean that's
I,
winning 60 games. So I mean,
there, yeah, I
yeah.
know that's what, no, that's like no, that literally is like that's like 63 games, and that's yeah, that's only losing like almost 20 games. I agree with you. Like I don't expect us to do that, but what I do
But I
expect us
do
to do
understand the point you're making where we might hit a
yeah,
stride and win
like the
streaks of
next
games
40,
together.
60 game stride, that's what I see us doing. With but I'm telling you, it's gonna be
But
hard because
the thing is with that stride, does that even if you hit that stride, does that change our ceiling? Where if you get into a 7 game series, do we have the requisite talent to beat like a loaded Celtics team or a Dame and Giannis when we don't have
to,
home court,
No,
or can you beat the best team out the West? Like it, those are the questions that I pose, and it's not necessarily an indictment on the guys that we have here, but I question, like even in the chat, reading how people have a talent evaluation right now. I'm gonna say this right now: Zion, right now, today, is more effective and more efficient than prime Julius Randle is. champions. Like
will ever be, bro. What are we talking about?
Look at that. He just tag teamed and just jumped in with the people's elbow.
and to say like, bro, Zion by age 28 is just a different animal than
and yeah, I was gonna try to. I don't know. I think with Wiz, I think I can't. I don't know. Right? I don't know. I think Wiz
is probably thinking about like we make a short term step back because of chemistry and stuff for this year.
Yeah, but it's not like RJ and Zion don't know each other.
Oh no!
No. I'm not. No, what I said was they get to the championship.
Because when I first heard Wiz, this is what I was thinking right here. That's what I was thinking. When I first heard what Wiz said, I was like, "What?"
No, because they didn't hear it properly. What I said was,
and its individual complexities. If you look at the individual things that Wiz said and take a deep dive into those things individually, okay, I understand what you're saying, right? Okay. But if you take the all-encompassing approach, you like
for Ribby.
Yeah. when you just take everything Wiz said at one time, you just like.
But what you missed was that Zion takes us to the championship. Randall takes us to the first round, maybe second round possible. And so
no, I got it. I heard you when you were saying it. You said that's the reason why you do the deal. But you also have to get backup pieces for Zion because you had flaws before the Randall deal. And Zion alone doesn't make this team a championship level team. I get that. I got that. But what I was saying is when you just threw it all out there at one time, we're thinking like, wait a minute. So why would you even do it? Why are you driving people to the airport and not giving Fournier a ticket? Remember all that stuff?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So when
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So
okay.
So
to the 60 wins. If Zion was with us from the beginning of the season, I think we go 55 to 60 wins easily.
Okay.
Didn't Zion miss like 3 games already this year?
Yeah, rest.
Oh my God. BT, you
No, I'm just asking now. I thought the baby was gonna be crying. Now I'm asking because I want to see how he would have matched up with our team.
Because
that's the same amount of games that Grimes and I think RJ missed. RJ missed 4 or 3. Yeah. So it would have been good.
Every time we say Zion name, bro. Every time we say Zion name, BT is like, yo, but his jersey don't fit right. You know what I'm saying? He ate ribs last night. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Oh man!
Just apply the same thing for.
I like the dude.
I'm saying like no. I'm saying it. What I'm getting at is in fairness to the dialogue, just whatever is good for the goose is good for the gander. That's all I'm saying, right? Like if you talk about Zion missing games and don't talk about Grimes and RJ missing games, then
I did though, because I said that's the same amount of games that Grimes. I literally said that. I said the same amount of games. RJ, I think is about 4, and I think.
Well, let's compare it. Actually, I have a better comparison.
So that's cool. That's all I was looking
power
at.
Forward to power
I compared it.
Okay, how about this comparison? Power forward to power forward. The games Randall has taken off during the game is like missing a game to me. Maybe even worse. So in fact, I compare Randall's. Like the last game where he gets 4 rebounds, or and doesn't show up and doesn't
checks
go
out
on D in August. I said that's like missing a game. So it's equivalent to Zion missing a game by not being there physically. In fact, it could even be worse because the impact on our team mentally, psychologically, could be worse with Randall out there discouraging players where they're feeling, man, our one of our stars is not even hustling. Why should I bother? We're missing a game completely like Phoenix players do, recognize that they got to step up, and our bench will step up if they got to start.
Wiz, you want me to do a virtual hug gift? You want me to make a gift of virtual hugs? like a
Absolutely.
big giant teddy bear with a Knicks jersey on. Just go hug a player. You know what I mean? Make one of those. I'm just
Exactly.
asking because it sounds like that's where we headed. Like these millionaires are living in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Can get anything they want, and you don't think that's enough? They get to, bro. Wiz, you ever had a job that you didn't like?
Yeah, once.
I have. These dudes have jobs that they love, bro.
Yep.
And they get paid millions of dollars to do it.
Millions?
Yeah, bro. I'm saying, but that's not enough. Maybe we need a big giant teddy bear to go out there and give these guys virtual hugs when Randall start pouting, somebody else's feelings get hurt.
Exactly.
I
so
mean,
that's to me missing a game. To me, when he does that, the game is missed. He might as well be out.
But you said to you the game is missed, but they're actually playing though, right?
I know. I meant equivalent to Zion not being there. I'm saying we can trade off the Zion physical misses to the Randall emotional and psychological misses, and therefore the same number of games, which meant Zion's presence in the game that they both would be here is a greater victory opportunity than Randall. So right now we would be ahead, even with Zion's 3 missed games. I was arguing about he can take 3 games off, and I'd still take the other, 14 games with him there to ensure our record be better for those 14 games than with Randall playing all 17. So I'm a Zion sign on Zion right now.
Yeah, I'm with. See, Dre, you see what I'm talking about with Knicks fans, bro? You see how Bando was? You know how Bando was bashed for like 3 straight weeks, right? And then we say, well, you know what? we'll offer to move, right, the object of your ire, right, for a guy with tremendous upside. And Knicks fans are like, no.
Right.
No, it's because in my mind, Knicks fans have to have a scapegoat, right? The Knicks fans have to, because if you trade Randall for Zion, ironically, I believe the Knicks will pick out another scapegoat for their ire. It'll probably be Mitchell Robinson because Mitchell Robinson shoots 36% from the free throw line.
Yep. Not to cut you off. What about Quinn Grimes?
Yeah, like Quinn Grimes. We have to have scapegoats even when the team look good. We pick out one guy and we relentlessly bash that guy. And then when content creators say, hey, you know what? Well, what if we take that guy y'all been bashing and ship him off somewhere for a guy that does all the stuff that y'all want him to do? Right? And Wiz, this is, and bear with me on this, Wiz, right? Tell me if this sounds familiar. Man, I want my power forward to get out, man, and run in the floor, man. You know what I'm saying? I want my power forward to wear number 1. I want my power forward to be in a dunk contest. I want my power forward to be a dunker. I want a modern NBA power forward, man. Rebounding ain't everything. Blah, blah, blah. They said all that shit about Obi, right? They said all that shit about Obi Toppin, right? They had crying asses in the chat talking about Obi gone. And then when you say, well, how about we get somebody that can do what Obi does and what Randall does? And they're like, no, I ain't gonna do that. So we can give you a Randall and an Obi combination. And they're like, no, that's not even good enough. So you're like, well, who do you want? You want to bash Obi and bash Randall? Do you just want a scapegoat? Because if you want a scapegoat, just say you just want a scapegoat. Right? Because every year we have a different scapegoat, bro. Every year. It was Wayne Ellington one time. It was Julius Randle twice. It was Elfrid Payton. It was Enes Kanter. It was Emmanuel Mudiay. Every year we have a different scapegoat, man. Right? But then when you be like, yo, y'all just mean. If you're like, nah, man, we just want a winner. And then when we say, okay, well, let's get rid of the loser and bring in a dude that we think can get us closer to winning. And we like, nah. Bro, every year. Every year we target one player and we relentlessly bash that player till it's damn near bullying. Every year. Bro, I was here when I was on the show when we bashed Enes. Yo, Enes Kanter dove for a loose ball and he wound up being out of bounds and he got a turnover. You know what Knicks fans said that night? Enes Kanter is out here turning the ball over. No, I was on Sim Russell shit, Nothing But Knicks. Enes Kanter dove for a loose ball, right? He dove for a loose ball. He wound up being out of bounds. It's about all the effort. All he doing is wasting energy, turning the ball over. Right? We relentlessly bashed Tim Hardaway Jr., bro. Right? When Porzingis was rehabbing and skipped the exit interview, we was killing Kristaps Porzingis. And now we up here begging for Porzingis.
True.
Right? That's what all I'm saying is which one do you want? If you're in a space where you don't want one or the other, you just want to vent, then vent. But say you venting. Don't act like you know basketball when you really actually venting. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say, no, man, no, I'm not trading Julius Randle and Evan Fournier for Zion. On what planet, bro, on what planet do people live on where you'd say, no, I'm not giving up Evan Fournier and Julius Randle for Zion Williamson?
I live on that world.
Say hello to everybody, bro.
Hey, guys. But for the record, I kind of live on that. I live on that world mostly because it's just getting Zion's a dumb move. You're getting a glass cannon who can barely stay healthy, let alone keep tabs on his own weight because he likes to gorge himself on sweets. As bad, if not worse.
Matt, have you seen him eat sweets? No. When's the last time Zion has been injured?
A year or two ago.
Right. You see, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's I think y'all are using like the old narratives for a current situation.
I'm just
right. Like we don't want to like for instance, we not judging. In my opinion, if it's a venting thing, then vent. But if it's a basketball thing, let's just talk the real basketball stuff.
All I'm saying is why get rid of? I can understand getting rid of Fournier. The last year of an albatross contract, that's fine. But I'm not throwing away Randall to get a piece that we missed out on 5 years ago, got a litany of injuries, and now is suddenly back as a MacGuffin for the Pelicans. I'm just thinking it's not a matter of if Zion gets injured again, but when he gets injured again, that the whole thing, that whole trade's going to blow up in our face. Throwing the fact that we're giving up draft capital again because Leon Rose is going to try, because that trade leads to more quick fixes and more cover-ups rather than
quick fix. You know Zion is 23, right?
Right.
He's not in his prime.
He's younger than Quentin Grimes is older than Zion, bro.
The injuries are what still concern me, okay?
Freezie, you mentioned a good point when you mentioned how many games Stephen Curry played at age 23.
And Joel Embiid also.
Joel played at age 23. You can't make this assertion. Granted, yes, you have to gamble, right? But you have to have a risk reward scale.
Right.
And the reward far outweighs the risk in terms of if you're trying to win a title at some point.
Okay.
That's my perspective on it. Yes, there are inherent risks taken when you draft anybody, when you try to trade for anyone. That didn't stop the Raptors from doing it.
Right.
When we were talking about someone that was injured for multiple years before he even got traded to the Raptors.
Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah,
and
they took the risk. And
guys,
what happened?
Sports guys are going to get injured. The reason why Kawhi Leonard is not a San Antonio Spur right now is because of injuries. It's because of injuries. Yeah. He would still be with the Spurs right now if it wasn't for injuries.
It's not like it's helped him out with the Clippers.
Right, but it helped out in Toronto though, right?
True.
He got them He has
A
two
championship.
championships,
Yeah.
2 Finals MVPs, and you would take the risk. And if you were in a Clipper space, you would take that risk too.
Of course.
Yeah,
You
but
would
Because
not
over.
everybody's gonna get that chance
Fix
because
your
it's
mic,
like
fix
that's
your
why
mic, fix your
him.
mic, Brian. Brian, fix
Yeah.
your mic. Sound static.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can't hear me?
AB. No,
Yeah.
no, something happened.
Plug
to
and
it.
unplug. Unplug and plug it back in.
Yeah. BT
But
came
yeah,
in like the $1 million man, Steve Austin and shit. Wiz, you remember the $1 million man? When the $1 million man used to be.
Yep.
oh no,
No,
it's
no,
staticky. Are you
it's
on
staticky,
Bluetooth
bro.
or something? Or are you plugged up? If you plugged up,
So
try
Sherwin
running.
is one of those guys who will never not trade for Zion because his injury history. And so with you, right, Mets. I understand. I understand why. I understand that. I don't blame you for that opinion and thought. But again, that means none of you guys would have traded for, Steph Curry in his 3rd year, right? None of you would have probably traded for, Embiid,
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid, right?
Peace,
So
man.
all those guys would have been like, no, injury prone, no, injury prone. The year Toronto got Kawhi, you'd have been like, no way. What's he gonna do for us? He's gonna be injured.
He already missed 2 years in a row with injuries. Well, what are you gonna do?
Wiz, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Wiz. Here's the thing that's hilarious, right? Joe, we're out here talking about Zion as if Zion is not younger than Quentin Grimes, right?
Right.
and then in the same conversation, we are legit talking about. I mean, or all year we had been all calendar year up until the Sixers traded James Harden. We were talking about trading for Joel Embiid.
Exactly.
So it's not it's about taster's choice. That's what it is. It's about taster's choice, right? Right? Like some people just have their own taste and they make opinions and revelations based on their taste, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't use, I'm not going to trade for a top 3 pick that's injury prone, blah, 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 blah. And then all summer say, you won't call Anthony Towns or Joel Embiid. And then when you say Zion, when you say Zion name, people out here tooting their mouth up like they drank a gallon of bitters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for those that have never had that sour sop bitters, yo, Dre
Thank
owed
the
me a
Lord.
steak dinner,
Be
bro.
blessed.
That's all I'm saying.
Be blessed. You have not tried that.
Hey, look,
Dre, I feel fantastic, bro. I feel fantastic.
I'm saying
bro.
you're gonna have a lot more steak dinners because of it. So
yeah, hey man.
Yo,
yeah,
by the way, also he's in an argument. Zion is too big to play basketball. You know who else too big to play basketball? Charles Barkley. He was too big.
How about Joel Embiid is 280? Mitchell Robinson is 270.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's Sherwin's like, yeah, he's too big. He's too muscular.
Man.
You know who was real muscular?
Anthony
Edwards.
Edwards.
We talk about our beautiful power forward in the past. R.I.P. But
yeah,
I'm just saying.
Anthony Mason, right?
Mason
But,
and Zion have similar bodies, except Zion has quick twitch muscles,
right?
More than Mason did.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close. Right.
But muscularity-wise, they were very similar, and mass-wise. So,
hey, salute to B-Baller for real. It's good to see B-Baller for real in the chat, man. Good to see you. Yeah, Wiz. I think people are making up. They're searching for a reason to not to get Zion when all they have to say is, "I don't like Zion." Right. If they say that, we'll be cool with it.
Exactly.
I like him.
Right. If you don't like a certain play, just say you don't like it, right? Because it's like I meant, taster's choice, bro. It's whatever you like. That's what you build your stuff around. But to come up with a million reasons not to try to get Zion, bro, it sound like a hive of haters. Haters.
Can I ask you one quick question though, Freezie? Not to be funny.
Oh, you know how that's our pet peeve, like asking questions. Because I knew you're gonna ask me a question and then not gonna let me answer and then gonna say what you
No,
want.
it's just one straight question, one direct question. Since when did you become like a Zion fan? Like, I thought you was a Randall guy.
He saw him in person.
Bro, well, for one, let me ask
You a
this.
Randall lover, so I don't know.
So okay, so you missed the context. The reason why I put the trade up there is because I wanted to know what Knicks fans thought. It's not just my opinion.
Okay.
It's the trade thing is what are Knicks fans thinking? For one, just to add some context.
Okay.
And two, Knicks fans, King Ribby, you and me and you both have been on in the mornings when people have been bashing Randall, and I'll try my best to defend him.
I know, but I'm
right. And so we offered them a bone. We like, yo, if this man makes y'all so mad, let's trade him out of town for somebody else. Right? And then when we do that, guess what people say? No. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. So it's not King Ribby. It's not about me. It's me like offering this thing to let everybody speak, like using the platform for everybody to put their opinion up. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily I don't like coming up just giving my opinion all the time. Now, if the conversation is slow, then I'll be like, okay, this is how I feel about such and such. But for the most part, we just sharing the platform, just talking that talk the way that we like to have that talk to us. You know what I'm saying?
And by the way, I'm not saying the trade made a trade. I mean, I'm not proposing the trade. I'm saying if the offer is made for Zion like that, I'll accept it. I'm not a proponent of getting rid of Randall. I'm a proponent of, is this a great trade? I think it's a great trade.
Do you think it is, Wiz?
I think it's a great trade. Yeah. I think it's a no-brainer trade.
I think it's a no-brainer also.
Sherwin, Freezie Sherwin said Barkley was never 300 pounds.
No, Barkley wasn't 300 pounds. But
like
Barkley was dangerously good. Barkley was in his 290s, though.
Yeah,
Barkley was in them 290s. I saw Charles Barkley with my own eyes. Me and Charles Barkley, when I was a kid, I got a physical by the doctor, right? The doctor listed me at 6'5" and a quarter. I went to Journal Square. I saw Charles Barkley. Me and him were the exact same height. The exact same height, right? That man was every bit of 285, 290 at that time, right? Trust me, I know because I was 145. I was 6'5", 145.
And he wasn't lean. He wasn't lean either.
No, no, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
He grew all that muscle
and Charles Barkley said himself when he got to the Sixers, he was 290. That's what he said. He said when he got to the Sixers, he was 290 pounds, and the veterans told him he could be the best player in the league if he got down to 250, right? But Charles Barkley got down to 240 and felt like he was too light and played at a weight. MVP Barkley is 255. Charles Barkley said he got to 255, and that's where he stayed at, right?
Yep.
But Charles Barkley, when he first got into the 1986, Charles Barkley had to be 299, bro.
Why Sherwin adding 40 pounds to Zion? Zion is not.
I know.
Jesus
started
hating. I don't like. Do you know prime Shaq was 330 to 360?
Did you? Hey,
he's
Dre,
not anywhere near that heavy.
Did you hear the story about Shaq when he got to Miami? Pat Riley put him on the scale. When Pat Riley put Shaq on the scale, Shaq was 425 pounds. When he got traded to Miami, and he said Pat Riley put him on a boot camp drill to get him down to 360
over a summer.
Yeah, 360, bro. And we talk about Zion at 290. We got to relax. We got it. Right. Man, come on. And everybody's body type is not the same.
Zion, even when Zion is overweight, he's cut. Doesn't make
right. I was going to say, by the way, muscle weighs more than fat. So a 290 chubby guy like Charles Barkley is much bigger and softer and more vulnerable than a 290 muscular guy like Zion.
Right. like Zion at 290 looks different than Julius Randle would look at 290.
Right.
Way different.
Way different.
Way different. Because Julius
Yep.
Randle is for the record, Julius Randle is a humongous human being if you see him in real life, bro.
And he's
Randle is
actually
like
cut right now.
6'9", 260, or if he not six, Randle looks like Randle is NFL defensive end type human. Randle, I think Julius Randle is bigger than Michael Strahan, bro.
Oof.
I mean, bro, Randle is, and trust me, I know something about being 6'5", 300 pounds. I know what is. Trust me, I know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? So when cats be talking to me about body mass and weight, you can't tell, bro. If you sitting in your living room and you 5'8", 185, don't talk to me about being Zion size. I know what being Zion size is.
Yep, me too, man. And I train pro bodybuilders. I've trained every level of athletes for a couple of years after I left Wall Street for a couple of years. Studied physiology, nutrition, and Zion is in fact not hurting his body with his current mass with the lean enough muscle. So don't give me the 290 muscular guy is worse in his body than a 290 chubby guy like Barkley was. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Just because
Barkley's weight was much worse for his body than Zion's weight is right now for his body.
Right.
The muscles actually reinforce and supports the joints.
Right. And just because you've never seen it do it doesn't mean it can't happen.
Exactly. I was going to say
because we watch Jokic right now at 280, 285, looking soft like a bag of marshmallows out here killing people.
Exactly. Even
with limited athleticism.
Even Luka.
Yeah.
Luka looks out of shape all the time, but he's killing people. And you're like, oh man, how did that guy get past these, sleek, lean athletes?
Right. Wiz, you know what? I saw James Worthy and Larry Bird standing side by side, right? And on the basketball cards, they have the same dimensions, right? I think like 6'9", 220, whatever it is, right? But you looked at James Worthy and you're like, wow. And then you look at Larry Bird, you're like, damn, have you ever even walked past the gym?
Exactly.
Right? Like Kevin Durant and Giannis are both listed at 6'11", 240, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at Giannis, you're like, wow. And you look at Kevin Durant, you're like,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
exactly.
So the whole thing about Zion is, and man, we just gotta relax, bro. You know what I'm saying? Zion come here, he's the most physically gifted player that the Knicks ever had on day one at the press conference.
Right.
At the press conference, he's the most physically gifted the Knicks player the Knicks ever had. Am I lying? Think about somebody as exposed to Zion.
I bet you 25 years ago, LeBron James' physique would not be looking like the potential Michael Jordan, Kobe competitor for GOAT. They'd be like, oh, that body type is not. We need the Kobe, Michael Jordan, lean muscle, 6'5" guy, kind of guy who can. LeBron broke the mold as to what you should look like as a potential GOAT with all the skill sets.
And Shaq too.
And Shaq. Even Magic Johnson too, body type. Yeah. Point guard. That's not a point guard. That's not a point guard. Don't ever call Magic as a point guard in history. Take him out of the picture, and no one would ever put Magic Johnson in a picture and said, oh, top point guards of all time. And stick Magic there and go, how about this guy?
If it wasn't for Magic, SGA would be somebody's small forward right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
If it wasn't for Magic Johnson, SGA would be somebody's, and probably a backup too. Not even a starter, because people wouldn't even invest in it because they hadn't seen it. Is it fair? No, it's not fair. That's why I'm saying it's Taster's choice.
And let's go 23 years old. 23 years old, people. 23. He's just learning his own body in more ways than one. By failure sometimes, obviously. But he's just learning his physique and getting into it to a point where he's going to optimize it if he does the right thing. All you got to do is spend a year with LeBron, and he's going to come back and go, I can stay healthy. I can take care of my body all season. I can do things to minimize damage. Maybe I alter my game a little bit here and there. Even Michael Jordan altered his physique because he couldn't survive in the league.
Kobe altered his physique.
Obi altered his physique.
Yeah.
So let's give this 23-year-old a chance to get to his prime before you start talking about what he can't do.
Before we talk about what somebody can't do.
Did I hear somebody just say Obi?
Yep.
Wow.
Sherwin, will he take 30 games of Zion? Oh my goodness, Sherwin. Let's look again. Let's look at Steph's first 3 years. Steph Curry. Is Steph Curry the best shooter potentially in the category of point guards in history? Look at his first 3 years. Man.
All I'm
saying is like not to compare this to another bad little fad or whatever, but Zion right now, all we have to worry about is Zion. We don't want to compare him to Giannis because Zion is not 6'11", right? We don't want to compare him to Shaq because Zion's not 7'1", right? All you would like to do is keep Zion in peak condition so that you can get peak performance. And and anybody that has did any type of training in their life understand that there is broad training and there is individual training to get you at your peak. Like if you ever been in the weight room, like I used to watch that Ronnie Coleman stuff on YouTube. I was like, yeah, that's not for me right there. Right. Right. I can't do that Ronnie Coleman stuff. Right. And then come to find out all these years later, Ronnie Coleman couldn't do it either because he was on steroids.
Exactly.
Right? So you see one thing that you think is right. And then you trying to break your back trying to do that. Like I did the Chris Hemsworth challenge. But when he got the role to be Thor. Remember when he was doing arms all day, bro, that's impossible. Right? I can't be Chris Hemsworth, bro. You know what I'm saying? I could be Uncle Freezie though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can have impact on
that's in the game.
Yeah.
So let me drop 3 names for you. Because this is not just a video of them or some CD, VCR copy or whatever. This is actual life experience. When I took off from Wall Street for a few years, I decided to just trade in the daytime and and then go to the gym most evenings. Quite often I'd set up my trades in the morning, go to the gym, come back for a closing bell, aftermarket training for a little bit and then back to the gym. And I personally got approached by, I'll give you 2 names, Kai Green, Orville Burke. Kai Green came in second place Olympia 3 or 4 years. He stopped doing Olympia because of politics. Orville was number 5, probably among the greatest Jamaican bodybuilders ever. And Orville at 5'10", 245. Off-season is 5'10", 320. I trained with both of those guys like daily. And I started training both of those guys. And I tried to keep up with them and realized that supplementation, let's call it supplementation.
Let's just call it supplements, yeah.
Affects your body in most often positive ways for these guys to help them to continue the training they do and to build them. Of course, there are negative effects galore. I don't even want to name. I had 10 bodybuilders. All 10 at some point had some failure, kidney, liver, tendon tear, all kind of stuff. All of them. So I don't endorse supplementation. One failure happens to be where you need a blue pill. You need a little blue pill all the time at 24 years old, right? So I was like, I'm Jamaican. I got to represent. I'm not even going to touch it.
Relax, bro. Pause. Pause. We don't care. We don't care nothing about Wiz dropping blue pills on the floor in the dark and can't find them. We don't care. Where that blue all up under the bed? Where that pill go? Nah, man, we don't care. Pause.
But I trained with them 1 year trying to see. Okay, let me train along with them as I train them. And we 3 of us went through sets together. Your turn. Add more plates. Of course, if he squats 450, I may squat 350. Along those lines. But we still had the same training pattern. Within a month and a half, my body was exhausted. Fortunately, I found acupuncture and acupressurists. I go, your body needs rest, and then here is how we can get your muscles to like stop being super exhausted, and then you need more sleep. And he went through the list of things that I was doing that those guys were doing with the supplementation that you can do. So yes, I watch these physiques respond, and everybody's body responded differently to some training. Some guys are heavyweight trainers and blow up. Kai Green used lightweight and blew up and got bigger. We can't prejudge a guy's physique and said, here's how it's going to perform on this type of scenario. And I'm telling you, Zion has a physique that will perform once he learns his body. Because, by the way, none of those guys, except Kai Green was a freak of nature. But Orville didn't get to his full potential till he was 32. Kai got into the unnatural supplementation world at 23, but didn't get to the Olympus stage until he was about 27 and got in the top 5. So your body responds, and when your body matures and develops, takes time. I was 5'5", 145 pounds in 11th grade of high school. I was 6'2" a year and a half later, 175 pounds.
I know your bones are hurting.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. And then 5 years later, after the Marine Corps, I was 6'3", 195, 210 range, and then started bodybuilding 6'4", 245, 4% body fat. Yeah, but it took me 20 years when I finally got to that point, 28 to 30. My body got to its peak condition at 28 to 40, 28 years old. Give Zion 2 more years before he starts judging his injury history, and also up to him mentally to learn his body and apply what's best for him, and also play what's the way best for him. Okay, so I'm saying,
I was going to say, historically, over the course of NBA history, the greatest seasons individually most players have is their age 27 or 28 years.
There we go.
Statistically, that's when most players peak.
And how old is Randall today?
No, but you peak
29.
You peak and then you sustain a certain level of play. But your apex is usually 27 or 28.
Yeah, so I think it's like 3.5 years or something.
Yeah.
So you get to that rough spot like right at 31,
where your physical matches your mental.
Yeah,
it's just the reason why LeBron should have won Defensive Player of the Year while shooting 40% for 3, averaging 28, and shooting like damn near 58 from the field. It's the reason why he was able to do all those
come
things.
to New York.
Zion, come to New York, man.
And he wants to be here.
And leave that gumbo alone.
I think that the reason, like, New York is
but
just
food, man, people got good food anywhere, bro. It's not just New Orleans food.
When you're a millionaire, you can get good food anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, what
you gotta pay for it.
What city has better food than the greatest borough that has ever existed? Queens, New York. Right? Bro, the food in Queens, bro.
Really? I don't know about no Queens, man.
Bro, come on, man. You can get these dudes don't know it. They in New York. They don't know. But I know, bro. I know for a fact. Hey, Wiz, you ever had bagels before?
Oh, of course.
Everybody had bagels.
Bro, you ever had lox and bagels? How they cut the lox real thin on there?
Yeah, lox and cream cheese. Yep.
Bro, what are we talking? Bro, what? Yeah, what are we talking about?
By the way, Nick Yak, let me just throw out there about bodybuilding, martial arts, boxing. I'm not going to try to give you any credentials, but Freezie knows a little credential stuff, right?
Right.
Let's say
I used to do both, but not at the same time. Like I used to bodybuild, but after I boxed. And then I started back boxing, and I had to stop bodybuilding because the two don't go together. So I did both, but not at the same time. Right. But now I'm an old fat man with a bad knee.
So, but competitive bodybuilding at the highest level, but using bodybuilding strategies does not take away from your boxing skills if used properly. You just can't do the extreme bodybuilding. Can't go for just pure mass. You got to maintain flexibility, control, etc. So boxing, MMA, let's just say, and I've been to a few MMA fights myself, maybe a couple. Maybe I've been in a couple martial arts, some dojo, some Coons. I don't want to name the different.
What is a dojo? Is that where they go?
Like a karate dojo, right?
So let's put it this way. I've studied
That's like karate, right?
style of martial arts. My sister's a world champion boxing, and I spent years training with her at Gleason's and watched Tyson come up, and everybody pre-Tyson, except for Frazier, had to be 6 feet plus to be a heavyweight champion, right? And you can't be that muscular to be a heavyweight champion. You got to be loose, boxing guys. You can't be that muscular to be a boxing champion. You got to keep loose. Your muscles got to be long and elongated. And you got to have long.
And you got to be powerful and quick twitch at the same time.
Right. So just because Tyson was short and muscular, and he looked a little, and his arms were kind of short, you're like, there's no way he's gonna become world champion. I mean, come on, man.
That was his wingspan. With his wingspan, he should have never been heavyweight champion.
Never. Exactly.
But he made up for it with hand speed and power.
There we go.
That combo of power, that 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
But so it's all about timing too.
So Wiz, let me do this before, because I gotta get out of here and make some dinner in a little while. I didn't know we was gonna be talking this long about Zion Williamson's workout routine. But Zach LaVine makes $40 million a year, and I have a trade proposal. I have a trade proposal for everybody, right? So here is the trade proposal for Zach LaVine. So you have to find $40 million, right? About 40 point whatever. And this is what you give up for Zach LaVine: Evan Fournier, Hartenstein, DiVincenzo, and this year's draft for Zach LaVine.
Hartenstein, I can't do it.
Can I say something real quick, Freezie?
Of course, bro. Hey, bro.
You know, Dante is not going. I'm just letting you know that right now, because the Nova boy, they not is a no-go. So you got to get somebody else.
Right. Except you're not gonna tell, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. If Leon Rose comes out to the media and says, we didn't trade for Zach LaVine because we have to keep the Nova boys together, Leon Rose will be the first person fired in reverse time. Right? Legit, Dolan will go back in the past and fire him before he made that statement, bro.
That's just like Donovan, though.
Terminator style, go back to the future.
Yeah, those two go together, right? You know, Terminator and the Matrix go together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta do a vodka stuff on that.
Yeah. Hey, Wiz.
Hartenstein, we need a backup, man. Who's gonna back up our actual? It's too much,
ain't doing it.
Who's gonna back up Mitchell?
I hate to do this twice in the same show to BT, but
I figured I know what you're gonna say, Randall.
BT, are you really holding up a Zach LaVine trade because of a backup center?
I'm not. I just want to ask a question. I said I don't like it because of Hartenstein. Who's gonna play the backup?
Gonna back him up.
You said, who are we gonna get to replace Hartenstein?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, who's gonna back up Mitchell?
Oh my God.
Anybody out there?
Okay, so if y'all think that way, cool.
We can find a backup center very easily. That's not a question.
It's the same thing with DiVincenzo.
Y'all crazy.
I would switch Dante for Grimes, ideally, but I'll do the deal.
All right,
no, you got to do DiVincenzo because of the money.
I would switch DiVincenzo and put your boy in that trade, Hart.
Okay. Either way, the money has to match. You gotta. It's a money. The only reason I like Dante and Hartenstein, but the only reason why he's in here is because of the money. I would prefer to have not done it, but the money, you have to match the money.
That's two rotation players too, right? Two rotation players. Yeah. Wow.
No, but to be honest, Josh make $12 million this year, and then makes $10 million this year. So it does match.
Yeah, either way. I mean, what I'm saying to you is put either one in there. I don't care. Long as
Either one.
money match. You got to have the money match. To me, it don't matter.
Hey,
You know,
Wow.
I mean, put all the Villanova players in there except Brunson. I mean, I don't care as long as the money match. Right? Right?
Oh man.
So you got a 2-for-1 deal, 3-for-1. Throw in Archie.
No, I'm not a fan. I'm not a big Zach fan right now. But I'll do the deal because it's logical to improve our team. This improves the team,
right?
So I would do it, but I'm not a Zach LaVine fan. But I would do the deal. I'm not gonna throw out reasons why he's injury prone or, he's getting a lot of money next year, all that stuff. This is a winning combination with him. Oh man.
Right.
But that means Grimes got to be on the bench then, right? There goes the Grimes hive.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, Grimes. I mean, hey, Wiz, just real quick before I get out of here, I'm gonna take this down. Wiz, before I get out of here, I'm gonna say this to you face to face, and I want you to hear this first.
Yes, sir.
Get Grimes' ass out of this rotation and give those minutes to Deuce McBride.
Freezie. Freezie.
Deuce Hive.
Deuce Hive. Now, me and King Ribby, Deuce Hive, Wiz, you welcome to join. You welcome to join. You know what I'm saying?
What's up about join? I'm the president and CEO, but, oh man. Oh man.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you, have you ever seen a scenario where, right? Just bear with me on it. Have you ever seen a situation where Deuce McBride looks scared to shoot?
What's his name?
And if I ask you this, which player is the better defender, Deuce McBride or Quentin Grimes?
Ooh. Damn, Freezie.
Deuce McBride to me is the better defender.
No, what's his name? What's his name? I might see it in somebody's line say the 1st of February.
Right.
I love that line.
Right.
Never scared to shoot.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, if you put Deuce McBride in the rotation, he can't start. Right. So you got to start DiVincenzo or IQ or Hart, somebody, right?
Exactly.
But those 21, 22 minutes, give those to Deuce McBride. Let's see what we got.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, I honestly, no knock on Grimes, but what NBA, bro? Since you and I have showed up on YouTube, what New York Knicks player has gotten more grace since he's been here than Quentin Grimes?
RJ.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Hell
bro,
no.
Bro, cats are legit.
It was a joke.
Cats are legit laying on. Yo, cats be in the chat laying their YouTube lives on the chopping block for Grimes.
People,
right?
I think it's because they think because he light skinned and got a nice jumper. I think he Allen Houston, man. They think he Allen Houston
because he got a brother that play in the NHL. That's what it is. His mom got 2 professional athletes and do 2 different sports. That's what it is.
Man, Freezie. I remember when people comparing him to H2O, and we're dead serious.
Oh man,
we was no lie. We were standing outside. Like, you know how the game be over. You know how everybody get in the group. They standing outside the arena. Everybody recapping what they saw. Bro, we were standing outside. It was like 50 degrees in Orlando. So that's cold, right? We freezing. It's like 55 degrees in Orlando. It's freezing out there, right? Cats legit was like, the only reason why the game was close is because they won't go to Grimes. They won't run no plays for Grimes. Tibbs need to scrap this offense and put in a offense that features Quentin Grimes. Wiz, you hear how ridiculous that sound, bro? Wiz, Thibodeau's offense is whack. We need to fire Tibbs and get a coach that can create an offense for Quentin Grimes.
Oh, man. Oh man.
Dre, what starting NBA shooting guard just turn down shots. I ain't even
That's
gonna ask Dre.
dribble a ball across half court.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
I just, Wiz,
Give him some more time.
get him. Hey, make him situational. Play Deuce McBride, and then you know what that does. You know what that does when the day comes that you maybe are forced to trade quickly. You have groomed a backup point guard, and now you can still play Grimes.
Right. Nice point. Don't say force trade quickly, man. I can't let go of quickly right now. It hurts. It hurts. I know it's possible, but it hurts.
If Quickly goes, he's not going for nothing.
Right.
I know, but it still hurts,
he'll go for draft picks. Are you talking about a player? You think?
I'm saying like we'll get something. No. I mean, we'll get something of value back, whether draft picks, players. He's not just leaving with a bag of money.
Draft picks. We don't want draft picks. Come on, man.
I was gonna say he's just not leaving like how Brunson did the.
True.
You know what, Dre? You know how I write things down on paper. You know how I write. I get the paper out and like Wiz. You know how in the corporate world they have you do the exercise where you draw the problem in the middle of the paper and then you draw out solutions from it and then you try to figure out what solution. So I did that the other day with Quickly, right? The only scenario where the Knicks win a trade, satisfy the fans, Quickly gets paid, right? Quickly gets paid, the Knicks win, and the other team wins. Emmanuel Quickly to the Pelicans for Najee Marshall, a first and a second round pick.
Wow.
You that high on Najee Marshall?
Wow.
No, I'm not high on that. No.
Oh.
I'm high on the draft picks.
Okay, got you.
No,
right, but notice I didn't say when Uncle Freezie wins, Dre. Notice I didn't say Uncle Freezie wins. I said the fan base wins. So you know what you get when you get Najee Marshall? That wing player off the bench that Knicks fans have been crying about for 3 years.
Wow.
You know what I get? You know what IKBM, Dre, and myself get?
Draft
capital.
Yeah.
And you know what the New Orleans Pelicans get?
A point guard.
Oh,
a starting point guard.
Starting point guard. Man.
But Najee Marshall, after this season, his contract is over. So you gonna trade him right now?
I don't think the player is the operative. I think it's if it's not Najee, it's gonna be someone else.
Okay. But the thing about that, King Ribbon, is whether he's here for the long term or not. Najee Marshall gives you something now. Because think about it. Okay, so if Najee Marshall contract expires, right? What's the difference between Quickly leaving for free? So if Najee Marshall leaves for free,
okay, I'll give you
or Quickly leaves for free, wouldn't you rather get that first and second round pick for them?
Nah, yeah, you're right.
Yep.
And I tried to do Wiz, no lie, hand to the man. I tried to do it for Jalen McDaniels, but it just don't work. Right? Jalen McDaniels, but I mean, Quickly's not gonna be the starting point guard in Philly. He'll probably start next to Maxey. Right?
I would think they would do it.
Would you trade Quickly in the division?
I want Nikola Jovic. That's what I want. Nikola Jovic. Give me that cat.
For Quickly? Hell no.
No, I mean plus stuff, but I want.
No, you would have to for Quickly. You'd have to do like a Jaime Jaquez, Jovic, and a second round pick type scenario for Quickly.
Nice. I love Jaime. I've been watching him out here in California. Jaime's a bad boy.
He's a first rounder.
Nah, Jaquez is a
baller.
Jaquez is a baller, bro. And
I watch every game out here in LA, man. That cat from college, I was like, man, he just makes it happen.
Who better, him or Quickly?
Quickly's better than him right now.
Yeah.
But Jaquez is going to be a good NBA player in the future.
Yes. Who's going to be better in the long run? Okay.
Quickly.
Yeah. All right, then. So what are you talking about?
But
Right.
Jovic and him combined.
But it's not a
right
runaway. That's why you add Jovic.
Exactly.
So
right
with
now,
them
those
two
two
combined,
will take our
listen,
team.
them two combined in the second round pick, who's better? Who's getting the better
return?
package?
You're asking me, is the return for Quickly going to be better than Quickly?
Yes.
No.
The return for Quickly.
No, it's
the return
not.
for Quickly. Yeah.
I think it's going to be potentially break even.
No.
One of those two guys will strike. One
Right.
of those two guys will strike the iron.
Listen,
because in my opinion, Quickly makes the Miami Heat a championship contender if you go there.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we want that? Why would we want that?
Why would the Knicks want to trade with Miami?
No, why would the Knicks give up Quickly? To my opinion,
it's not that they dislike. It's not that they dislike Quickly, bro. It's about the finances, right? The Knicks already know. Told Quickly how much they respect him when they signed Josh Hart to 4 years, $90 million.
Oh, damn!
I'm willing to bet you $100, Freezie. Quickly's gonna be here next season,
bro. All I'm saying, bro. But think about this: you trade for a journeyman, you trade a first-round pick that wound up being Chris Murray, a 6'8" small forward that can play the 4, that shoots the 3 and defends. You traded that for Josh Hart. And then when it came time for the money, you chose Josh Hart over Quickly. These are facts.
By the way, I'll take that bet, the bet you offer right now, except I'm taking that bet with a condition that we will have Quickly, but at a ridiculous price next year.
We're gonna give him like $20 million. I'm telling you.
He will not. He's gonna get offered more. We're going to match a higher salary.
Bro, all I'm saying. So Wiz, I got to get out of here and cook dinner. I'm going to do some fettuccine type
Go
thing.
New York.
Pasta salad?
Yeah, no, never. Never, bro. Never. Not cornbread salad either, bro. I like having some muscle, bro. I can't do that pasta salad, bro. I
just had lunch and I had and I almost ordered pasta salad. I said I was gonna ask them. Yeah, I was gonna.
Bro, Wiz, if you want us to come to LA, eat pasta salad, bro, and we'll be there. Wow. If you eat pasta salad on camera, trust me, me and Bully will be there, bro. Yeah, we're gonna come straight for an intervention.
Oh,
we're gonna come straight. We're gonna sit you down in the living room. I don't care what living room, but we're gonna sit you down in some living room and we're gonna have an intervention, bro. All right. And we just got to do it, bro. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming through, rocking with us. The trade scenarios and everything. I appreciate everybody's opinion. I'm gonna get out of here
tonight
and do some dinner. No Knicks freestyle tonight because of it's been a strange week, bro. So we had death in the family. Jay Boogie had death in the family, and Free Keith had death in the family. So no Knicks freestyle tonight, man. But I'm gonna try to rock tonight. I'm gonna see if I can get Wiz to come back on so that we can talk about Deuce McBride in the rotation over. That's if he up to it, bro. Either you Deuce Hava, you Deuce Hava, no.
One last thing.
Some ham sandwiches with the borscht bread.
One last thing. The Mets signed Luis Severino 1 year, $13 million.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
He was trash last year though.
Yeah,
so.
but he was injured. He coming back off injury. So
yeah.
True.
Yeah. So but anyway, thank y'all, man. And I'm gonna try to check y'all out later, man. Peace everybody.